Big Tony.
We are live on twitch.tv/inappropriate bar talk every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Thanks for joining us today. This is week 2 of doing our 5 p.m. start time.
Yes.
It's getting pretty epic.
We're getting used to it. Still kind of chaotic when we get here. We're like, oh shit, we're a little late, but that's all right.
I mean,
we're right there.
Tony's got to work. You know, he's coming straight from work. I got to run shit during the day. So, hey, squeeze it in here. We're getting it.
But it's time for the show.
Cheers.
Cheers, baby. Cheers.
Woo. Cheers to you guys. If you're out there, make sure you're joining the conversation with us. Have fun. We got a lot of fun topics to talk about today. We got a GOT recap. We got, let's see, the Philippines dealing with earthquakes this week.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's a fun topic.
No. Sorry. That did sound bad.
There's a couple of sad topics, actually.
Interesting topics is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
So we're going to do our good old Game of Thrones recap. We'll be talking about the Philippines earthquakes. Kanye West at Coachella doing some crazy shit. I think he's starting a cult. Felon voter rights. Something to talk about.
Yeah.
And then we also got the upcoming Avengers Endgame coming out this week.
I'm really excited about that. I don't know if you guys are, but I am.
I'm pretty psyched about it. The Sri Lanka bombings that happened this past week, which was kind of an interesting thing. And then... yeah, what else? Donald Trump meeting with Jack Dorsey, the founder of the CEO of Twitter.
I didn't get to read that article, but I'm pretty interested. I'm sure you did because you're a Twitter guy. So I'm interested to see what the speculation is going on down there.
Yeah, so there was some interesting talks going on between him and Trump behind closed doors, but some stuff got leaked, so we'll be talking about that. And then also on the topic of the Philippines, Duterte wants to start a war with Canada.
I don't give a fuck.
So we got a lot of good stuff, a lot of interesting topics, a lot of fun topics, a lot of interest. I don't know.
There's a lot of world stuff going on. Yeah, world stuff going on.
We like to, if there's any other topics that you want us to talk about, feel free to drop them in the chat there. If you don't
please say
follow
hi
us,
to the chat.
Yeah, please say hi. Please say aloha.
We are, say aloha, and you get a special little woohoo.
Greeting.
Yeah. Speaking of special little woohoos. Bro, I made something this week, and I think it's gonna spice up the show. And I'm excited to show this to you. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go, bro. You ready?
Yes. What is it? Oh, Lanny's gonna be so psyched.
Oh, you like that, bro? You want to know?
That's great. That's great.
But yeah, a little something, dude. I'm trying to come up with some other ideas, bro. But yeah, a little funny like animation.
That's great. Yeah. Lanny's gonna love it.
Yeah. He's supposed to be stopping by today. We'll see if that happens.
Ooh, yeah, we may have some guests in house. No unboxings tonight, unfortunately.
No.
Tony's still waiting on that Nick box, man.
Dude, the Nick box, I'm waiting on that, and I'm still waiting on my 420 April box. I haven't got that yet either. Unless we opened it and I totally was stoned and I don't remember.
Nah, mine are kind of like that too. They're like a little delayed, but
delayed.
It's
almost fucking May.
I know, that's the thing. How you celebrate a 420 box, not on 420.
How you gonna look? If there's one box you should get on time from any stoner, it's a 420 box.
Yes.
Like if I don't get the 420, like I'm trying to celebrate this holiday. You guys are like pushing this holiday. I still haven't got my 420 box.
It's past already, dude. It's done.
I know.
So the celebration's over.
You know, any other day, I don't really care.
This box needed to go out before 420. I agree.
Guys, let me just give you some advice. You should ship the last week of the previous month of the box.
I usually get mine from Loot
Crate. Or the
Crate.
prior month to the box.
Yeah, I usually get mine from Loot Crate the first week and a half.
You should.
Of the month.
In Hawaii, it's fine week and a half. Yeah. But the first week of the month, you should be getting your subscription boxes. I'm sorry.
That's when I get mine from there. Yeah,
you guys need to be planning fucking ahead.
That way you beat all the holidays usually happen like mid-month to the end of the month.
Yeah.
Right? So like you think everything happens between like the 15th and the end of the month, the 30th or the 31st.
Yeah.
So get your shit out like before that time in the month.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I do, Chris. I do know what you mean.
Slacking, bro.
Anyway, hey guys, we got some.
Or get a month ahead.
Yeah.
So when you get it at the end of last month, at least you're ready for 420 the next month.
Maybe, do something where
I'm
getting it at the appropriate fucking time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't make sense to get a Halloween box after Halloween or
Yeah.
a Christmas box after fucking Christmas.
Oh, hey, what's up, Mom? How you doing? My mom and dad are watching.
Wow,
What's
that
going
was
on?
great timing.
That was interesting.
Did you guys coordinate that?
Are you guys hanging out? That's weird.
Well, welcome, you two.
Welcome. That's funny. Are you guys? I want to play this again, dude. I don't know why. Like, I'm really happy about how this came out.
We'll find the perfect like timing.
Yeah,
for that
I don't want to ruin it either. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right, Chris.
Save it.
You're right.
The timing's got to be good.
Yeah, but so yeah, dude. So some crazy shit going on in the world.
You want to talk about? Why don't you talk about it? It's kind of a place near and dear to your heart.
Well, yeah. So my girlfriend lives in the Philippines, and she actually lives very close to where, maybe an hour, maybe hour and a half away from like the epicenter of like the first earthquake, which was, I think, on Monday.
Right.
And that one was like a 6.1 to 6.4, somewhere on there. I heard a couple different reports, and then
but it would have been Monday for them, anyway.
Sunday for us, Monday for
Sunday
them.
For us. Yeah.
Okay. So that went down, and of course that freaked her out already. And then boom, they had another one like the next day. And it fucked up some shit, man. Like, luckily not too many people have been hurt.
They were
but
both
there's
like 6
people,
point somethings, right?
Yeah, so one was I think 6.1 and one was like 6.7. And you can go and check out some of it's pretty nuts. There was some pretty crazy footage of a skyscraper in Manila that had, I guess, like an infinity pool at the top. That was just like, it looked like it was just throwing water over the edge. Geez. It was nuts. And then SM Mall in Clark, where I go, like the front sign was just like, looked like it was about to just give, dude.
Like,
it looked
you recognize some places?
Yeah,
and stuff?
I recognize a lot of the places actually, because it was really close to Angeles and Clark Airport, where we flew out of to Cebu this past trip. The whole fucking front check-in place fell apart, dude. Like the whole ceiling fell in. So like right where we were standing collapsed. So like we would have got smashed in the head with something for sure if we were there. But enough damage to cause a problem.
Some people died too, right?
Yeah, I think right now the count was up to like 19. I think people died, which, it's a lot, but it's not a lot. It could have been a lot worse.
What's crazy with earthquakes though? It's like, that means somebody got like crushed by something.
Oh yeah, then there's no predicting it, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's like, although it's a quick way to go. Sorry, this may sound morbid, but although it's a quick way to go, it's still pretty fucking brutal.
Like, so your head just gets smashed.
Like,
yeah,
like,
dude. Like, what the fuck?
Anyway,
but there was a grocery store, I guess, that collapsed and has like 30 people still unaccounted for. So there's still people missing, and there's still people that were injured. But luckily, there hasn't been more deaths.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't just those two, though.
The infrastructure isn't like all up to date.
It's not the best infrastructure, no. And there was like, I think they said something like 52 aftershocks throughout the weekend or the last couple of days, but like there was like 4 major ones. So 2 up in Luzon Island, where Manila and everything is. One down by Samar, and another one just down by Davao, which was like last night, I think.
Yeah.
Yesterday night. But yeah. Hey, baby cakes, how's it going?
Hey, Jovi.
Speak of the devil, there she is.
Yeah.
How you guys hanging in there, Jovi? You guys doing okay?
Yeah, Jovi lives in the Philippines, so she experienced it pretty much.
Yeah, so I was talking to her, the second one. Hey, what's up, Crazy Hawaiian? How you doing? Thanks for the cute emojis. Here, I'll give you some back. Boom. But yeah, so Jovi, what was it? I guess. How's it going over there? What is it? I kind of like. Is everybody kind of just shook? No pun intended, but like.
Do you want to try to pull her up on Skype or something?
No, unfortunately, the connection is like really bad. Like, I have a hard
Okay.
time trying to like video chat with her. But they have. That's what I was telling her is like, dude, if I was to bring like good internet to the Philippines, I'd be a millionaire, man. Like, their internet sucks.
In time, they'll get it.
Yeah, in time. But how are you guys holding in? How are you guys holding up? Like, I know she just went to the grocery store today and got a bunch of supplies and stuff like that. So just to be, because right now they're kind of scared there's gonna be a big one that hits.
Yeah.
So they're worried like a 7+ is gonna hit in the next day or so.
Well, that's what they say, right? Is like you know, when you have one, there's definitely more that's gonna like follow after.
Well, they've had 4 already.
Yeah.
And plus like 52 aftershocks. So.
Oh, here's that infinity pool thing you were.
Yeah. So
about.
here, put that in the band. I can pull that up actually.
Okay. Yeah, I'll throw it in the Discord. By the way, join our Discord server.
Yeah, here you go. Boom, Discord.
And you can you know, check out the cool stuff we talk about during the week. And I try to release the beers on there. I've been slacking on that a little bit this past week and a half or so. Been a little busy, but other than that, yeah.
So
check it out.
Yeah,
It's lots of fun.
Let me pull this up. So yeah, you guys can see.
So this is the earthquake in Manila. This is a hotel in Manila during the earthquake, and it's just pouring water.
How much fucking water was in that pool? Because that's like a whole pool right there. See, Kristen, you in those fucking infinity pools, that would have been you down the fucking side of the building, Kristen.
What's up, Baracho?
What's up, Baracho? By the way, happy belated birthday, my friend.
Happy birthday,
Happy
man.
belated birthday.
That's right.
It was the big man's birthday this past week, so I want to wish him a good one. I told him not to get too Baracho, but you know, it happens. But yeah, so the Philippines is a little beat up right now. But one thing about the Philippines, man, in like 2 weeks you won't even realize it happened. They'll have that shit all fixed up, back to looking how it was before.
Yeah.
They're like the most resourceful,
hard workers
you'll find. I got all bus on Sunday. Good thing no one was in the pool. Yeah, no shit. So. Again, Kristen, if you were in that infinity pool. So her whole thing when we went to Makati, she wanted to stay at this a hotel that had an infinity pool. That's all she wanted to do. And like, I want to show her that clip. Like, motherfucker, that could have been you. You don't want infinity. I want an indoor pool next time. I'm not flying over the edge. But all joking aside, prayers to the Philippines. You know,
I mean, I guess it'd be a true infinity pool at that point.
Yeah, it's forever. Yeah. You know, we're worried about you guys out there. What's up, Chronic Hulk? How you doing?
What's up?
We're worried about you guys out there in the Philippines. I got a lot of people I know out there, a lot of friends, and of course my girlfriend. So I've been a little stressed out because like sometimes their internet goes down and I can't get a hold of her. I'm like, oh, what the fuck, you know? So I get worried.
I can tell you were stressing a little bit. He was worried.
I was a little worried.
You.
I was a little worried. I was like, what the
Jovi.
fuck is this? I was like, this is crazy. But anyway,
I mean, I remember when that happened here. Like when big events happen,
well,
it's
you never
hard
know.
to get. It's hard to get in contact with people because the cell phone towers and stuff get all congested with traffic.
Right.
So it's like literally. I remember when there was an earthquake here.
Well, it wasn't so much that for them. It, like the power was knocked out. Like the cell phone towers didn't have no fucking power.
Yeah.
So luckily, a lot of our stuff has backups and shit and generators, but they don't have a lot of backup in the Philippines. Shit goes down, it goes down. Like, so
back in the dark ages.
Yep, no shit. Like, no electricity. We're just sitting out in the street, just like hoping something turns on in a minute, you know. But they'll be all right. I'm hoping it's the last of the earthquakes. I'm hoping that there's not any more. But I told Jovi, you know, just be prepared if there are. That way. You'll be okay. If you're prepared, you'll be okay. Yeah, have a plan. And just have some food.
Add some food and first aid.
Food, water, first aid's always good. So, yeah, please make sure you got all that lovely. Okay? Thank you. But,
Chronic, congratulations on finding a new place to live. That's awesome.
Shit, that is good, bro. Let's give him a little... Dude, I'm still learning this, but there you go. Yeah.
Woo! Suck it, mate!
Yeah.
Yeah, so congrats, my friend.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Hope, wait, so you're moving to Michigan, correct?
He's there already.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said he just got back from Michigan early this morning, so.
Found a place to live. Oh, I think he went there to find the place to live.
Okay.
No?
Yeah. So he's not
It'd be a lot
Michigan.
cooler if you did.
Well, good luck on the move. Moving is a bitch.
To find the place, yeah, see?
Moving sucks. I know that.
No.
But, you know, It's more fun when you're moving to somewhere you want to be. So that's for sure.
It always makes the transition easier.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like you feel as if it's worth it. You know what I mean? But yeah, so let's
congratulations, man. Like you own the place. Like you got a
he has
mortgage.
I'm assuming, but he says he has the place. I'm assuming he's
Are you
renting it. Oh, renting with my option to own. Nice. Right on, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's always good. Knowing where you're gonna live, that's always a good thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. No one wants to be fucking just rolling around fucking, do I live here? Am I gonna live here? I don't know. What? So, not to switch topics, but to stay on the topic of the Philippines, there was another funny.
Yeah.
I find this story kind of funny. But I gotta agree with the guy though. I gotta agree with the president of the Philippines, President Duterte. He said he's gonna declare war on Canada. If he's fucking serious too. He's gonna declare war on Canada if they don't come and get their fucking trash from their shipping port. So I guess apparently Duterte was like, hey, you guys shipped a bunch of fucking containers over here marked plastic that it was supposed to be plastic for recycling.
Dozens of shipping containers.
Yeah, hundreds. It says 103 something shipping containers.
Holy shit, that's a lot.
Tons. It's tons, they said, of tons of plastic, or supposedly plastic that they were going to recycle, right? When it gets there, it's not plastic. It's just a bunch of trash.
Yeah.
And Duterte was just
Don't
like,
you put that evil on me, Richard.
he's like, but it's the fucked up thing is it's been there for 7 years already. They've been trying to get this done.
Yeah.
They've tried to.
And Canada keeps saying, oh, yeah, we're going to do something about it. We'll look into it.
Yeah, and they put together like
nothing.
this special council that has like representatives of the Philippines and Canada to like get rid of this trash.
Yeah.
And it's 6 years later and there's still nothing. 7 years later, there's nothing done.
Yeah.
So Duterte is like, basically, I don't give a fuck. He's like, either you guys are going to come get this or I'll ship it back myself, but I'm getting this the fuck out of here. And he says, if you guys don't come do it, he's going to take it as an act of war.
Some of the quotes were awesome. Here, let me throw out some of the quotes.
I like Duterte, man. I'm sorry. I like the guy.
Okay, so he said, I want a boat prepared. I'll give a warning to Canada maybe next week that they better pull that thing out or I will set sail. I will advise Canada that your garbage is on the way. He said, prepare a grand reception if you want. Eat it if you want to. And then he also mentioned...
He doesn't sugarcoat shit.
Yeah.
I like him. Because he's like a Trump, but he's Filipino. So it's even funnier when he says fucking crazy shit.
Canada has been trying for nearly 6 years to convince the Philippines to dispose of the garbage there, even though a Filipino court ordered the trash returned to Canada in 2016. But Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was asked about the matter on trips to the Philippines in both 2015 and 2017. And on the first visit, he said Canada had no legal means to force the company that shipped the waste to take the trash back. And in 2017, Trudeau said he's working very hard on a solution and that it was theoretically possible for Canada to take back the trash. But a year after... But a year after that, Canada and the Philippines formed a working group of officials to solve the issue, but nearly 6 months after that, nothing has been resolved.
Yeah. So you literally hire... These guys are probably getting paid big bucks, too, and they haven't figured out how to get rid of this trash. Bottom line is you send it back to Canada, and it's their problem.
Yeah.
You don't just leave it on someone else's doorstep. They're taking advantage of, like, a more impoverished country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's fucked up.
So it's still
Fuck you, Canada.
yada, yada. Canada is strongly committed to collaborating with the Philippines and the government to resolve this issue. We are aware of the court decision ordering the importer to ship the material back to Canada. So they keep hearing it, and they keep saying we're going to do something, but nothing gets done. So
yeah,
Duterte's like, I'm going to throw it on a fucking boat and bring it back your way and just dump it in your fucking docks.
Some of that trash is probably yours, Tiana. All right? All right?
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's a bad attitude.
So Duterte said, I'm going to declare war if you don't take your fucking trash back.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
That was there before my time.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
I don't know. You've been there for a while,
Yeah,
right?
you're a
You've been there
citizen now.
for like 10 years.
You're a citizen now.
I don't know. I don't know if that was before your time because this happened back in like 2012, which.
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh, dude.
Canada,
Dude.
do the right thing.
Do the right thing, Canada.
Do the right thing.
Don't be a fucking ass. Don't be assholes. You're supposed to be nice guys.
I think if the Philippines and Canada got into a war, everybody would just kind of sit back and laugh and watch what happens. Like, I think it'd just be people throwing like
There's
maple
a lot.
syrup
Hey,
and
there's a lot of
lumpia
Filipinos.
at each
There's
other.
a lot of Filipinos in Canada and the Pacific Northwest, dude. They will infiltrate. They'll come out of Seattle and the Bay Area and go up, and they'll attack, dude. They don't fucking throw lumpia, dude. Filipinos got knives and the sticks. They do the what's the stick fighting called? Fuck, I can't remember.
Not
Kali.
capoeira.
Kali.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll fuck you up. Don't let their size fool you. They're quick little fuckers.
There's shit tons of Filipinos.
That would be a crazy war. Because none of them really have like ships and like Air Force. Really, I mean, like, yeah.
Like,
so what if they're
Canada
just gonna
probably-
talk shit?
Canada does,
That's
but-
all it's gonna be is shit.
Yeah,
talking.
it's just gonna be
Yeah.
like
Canada's not gonna go down there though.
it's like throwing water balloons at each
The
other.
Philippines don't got an Air Force to go like, or in a Navy to go like attack fucking Canada.
It's like logistically impossible.
They got more important shit to worry about.
And we're
right now
allies
anyway.
of both of them, so I don't know. We just be like, go.
But they got their own trash.
Just
They
put,
got so much trash in the Philippines.
Have a boxing match between Trudeau and Duterte. Let's see that.
Dude,
happen.
Duterte has fucking like cancer right now. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah, dude. He's like not in good.
Or put the two best fighters up. Put Manny.
Eskrima sticks. Yeah. So that's with the Kali. It's like a form of like martial art.
So their war will be, I don't know, Manny Pacquiao versus George St. Pierre or something. Let's do this.
Oh, that's just gonna be
The loser.
in a boxing match. I'll take fucking
See,
Pacquiao.
that's the thing. You have to do an up and up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll go Pacquiao.
Who's
on them.
Canada's best boxer?
It's
I
like
don't even
it's the
know.
same thing with dude. A boxer in a boxing match versus an MMA fighter. The boxer's gonna win.
It's like a.
But in an MMA match, it's a different story. But let's not get into that now. We have Moose. You have Moose. Hey, guess what? We got the 10 viewer hype. Yeah.
We gotta add some like flashing lights and shit.
I was
to that.
thinking about that, but one baby step at a time, all right?
Yeah.
I think
I'm just throwing it out there.
I think this, guys, if you just tuned in, this is the new addition to the show. You ready? I like it. I don't know. I think it's good.
Oh, and look who.
Hey,
commented,
just in
in perfect
time.
timing.
Just in time.
What's up, Landmine? What's going on, bro?
What's up, Lanny? Where's Raph right now? Raph
Oh,
would
my
be
God.
pissing himself. I can't wait for Raph to see that.
Wait, so Tiana, I want to ask you.
Oh shit!
Got him.
Dude, we're turning you into a meme whether you like it or not.
Lanny, drunk face Lanny is the meme of the show. He's
Yeah.
the meme of the show. By the way, guys, you can get that meme. You can get that emote if you subscribe to our tier 2 subscription. Feel free. If not, don't worry about it. We'll pop it up more than enough.
Yes.
What the heck
Wait, I
was
wanted to
that
ask
on my
Ti-
mouth?
I want to get Tiana's perspective on what Canadians are saying about this whole trash ordeal. I just want to know what
They don't
Canadians are
care.
saying. What are they saying? What are they saying? Are they
Comedians or Canadians?
Canadians?
Oh.
Canada.
Canada?
Canucks.
Canada?
The Canucks.
The
What are the Canucks
Canucks.
saying?
Oh, shit.
Are they saying taking the fucking trash? What do they say?
What do they say? What do they say?
All right, so you let us know what they're saying, Tiana. What's the word on the street down in Canada about
What's
this
the
whole
word
nonsense?
on the snow bank? Let us know.
Springtime, man. It's starting to warm up.
If that's
It's
the
getting
case,
a little
yeah, it's
hot
a little
outside.
it's a little musty.
It's getting
in here.
closer to summer weather right now.
Yeah, dude. It's a little warm. It's a little warm. Lanny wants to know what the heck was that on my mouth. That was a cartoon mouth of you laughing, bro. You're laughing. I love that, it, dude. I love it.
That's gonna happen a lot tonight. Get used to it.
Get used to it, guys. Get used to it. I have some Tom. I have a Tom one. I think I'm gonna be working on, which should be really good. Fucking baby cakes. I think you guys show on my guild Discord. Nice. Thanks a lot, Frank. We appreciate that. I haven't heard much yet. I read about it this morning, but the article said it was considered a huge violation. What's it called on like a global level? It's so there. I can't. It's in the article actually, but it's called basically what it is. There's these articles of how it's illegal to just dump something on someone's doorstep, basically in their ports, and not take it back if it's considered like hazardous material, or if it's not what it's marked as. So basically, It was marked as plastic, and it's really just trash. So they're like, we don't want this, and they're supposed to take it back legally. But
it's a Basel Convention, a 30-year-old treaty that prevents countries from shipping hazardous waste to the developing world without receiving the country's consent.
Yeah.
The violations include inaccurately describing the contents of the containers, failing to take them back within 30 days of being notified of the hazard, and attempting to get the Philippines to take on the obligation for disposing of the waste.
Yeah. So they're at fault, dude, bottom line.
Shit, sweet.
Yeah, don't be dropping your trash on other people's fucking countries,
Canadians,
dude.
man.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Throwing diapers and dirty diapers and shit, I guess.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's like, here, take our shit. And, bye. Like, they just tried to peace out and just leave it there.
You can recycle that. Don't worry about it.
Oh, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Don't worry.
Biodegradable. Like,
Canada, you guys got no problems right now, right?
No,
Aren't you guys supposedly where all these
Prime
Americans?
Minister is going through some shit right now.
Yeah, but isn't that where all the Americans are like, oh, we're gonna move out of the country if Trump gets elected? I thought this was like this fucking. Yeah. I thought Canada was like the golden place to be.
You can't just walk into Canada too. I don't know what all these people think you can just do that.
Yeah,
it's another country. Like, you can't just like show up at the doorstep and be like, "Yo, I'm moving here now."
Everyone just thinks Duterte is nuts, though. He is nuts. You don't want to fuck with him.
He is nuts.
Yeah,
he's a controversial president.
He'll come over there and he'll just be like,
"Everyone can eat shit. Get back of shit."
I'm the backup plan, Tony. My family needs an out. What?
Yeah, Canada's not all. They're not all sunshine.
Primo. What's up, man? How you doing?
This is right now. What's
Welcome
up, Straight
to the
Primo?
show. We appreciate you jumping on in.
What'd you call him?
Straight Primo?
Straight Primo.
What did I say? What did it sound like I say?
I don't know.
Don't put words in my mouth. Anyway, welcome to the show, man. We appreciate it. If you got Discord, here you go. You can join our Discord, and you can hit up our merch page if you want to see our pretty faces on your T-shirts. And if you like what you're doing, please hit that follow button, man. We appreciate it. Again, we're Inappropriate Bar Talk out of Hawaii. That's Diamond Head behind us with the beautiful purple clouds moving along the Tradewind channel there.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know what it's called. I'm trying to Guy Hoggy this shit. But anyway, we do this every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Hawaii time now.
Lie Hoggy.
Lie Hoggy. He's our weather guy here. But anyway, 5 p.m. Hawaii time now. We talk about kind of current events. We drink some beers, and we do a beer tasting, which is coming up in a little bit, every week of a craft beer, and we give our little review on it.
Yeah. So what did you do this Sunday?
What the fuck did I do this Sunday? You know what I did this Sunday.
How did you celebrate your Easter?
I fucking watched Game of Thrones, motherfucker.
That's right.
Are we going to get into this right now? Are we getting into this right now?
Do we have? Yeah, I think we should. Why not?
Wait, I need another beer if that's the case.
Okay.
Because I got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we got a lot.
I got a lot to cover here.
I mean, Game of Thrones breakdown coming up. If you haven't seen last week's episode, you may want to tune out for about the next half hour.
Yep, that's spoiler alert. Watch out. So, while Chris is grabbing the beers, I just want to say it was a bittersweet episode for me because basically it was wife is with me and she watches. Oh shit. She hasn't watched the newest episode yet? Your wife needs to get her shit together. Oh fuck.
It's all going to shit.
Your wife needs to get her shit together and knock everything over. Oh shit. Hold on, I think I can get it. Oh, that's right. You guys are moving. I understand. Dude, you're an internet guy. Pirate that shit. I mean, I don't condone it, but if, I feel like this is an emergency situation. You need to be up to
if
date.
you got a friend who's got a subscription,
Why don't you just put your headphones on? You know what I mean? And you can watch the show. Sorry, Mrs. Hulk, you got to beat it. But anyway, guys, let me put that back up just in case if you guys didn't realize it.
Okay, shut that thing off. It's driving me crazy.
It's spoiler alert.
I get it.
It's supposed to get their attention. Okay. Sorry. All right, Chris, go ahead. Lead us off, bro. I want you to start. Okay.
All right, so we're in season 8, episode number 2.
What's it called? Do we know?
I don't know what. No, I don't know the name.
Okay, I don't remember either. But anyway,
was it?
Recap it for us, Chris.
Okay. Where does it start? Just remind me.
Man, I thought you were ready for this.
I know. I just need a starting point. I needed something to start the.
It starts in Winterfell. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
Wait, hold on. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so basically, the White Walker army is getting closer to Castle Black, right? Or sorry, not Castle Black, but to
Castle Black's pretty much empty already.
to fucking Winterfell. So they're on their way. They know they're on their way because midway through the episode, what's his name shows up.
Let me do this.
Dude, I'm like off right now.
Yeah, let me do this. Okay,
yeah, I'm doing terrible right now. I'm sorry,
okay,
guys.
it's called The Night is Long and Full of Sexual Tension.
Yeah, The Night is Long. Yeah.
Okay, so in this episode, boom, starts off. It's titled A Night. Wait,
starts with Jamie. It starts with Jamie on trial. Okay,
but it's called A Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Right. Okay.
Okay, and we all know why. Well, you're about to find out if you don't.
So Jamie is basically brought in front of the tribunal of leaders, which is Sansa Stark, Daenerys, and Jon Snow.
Yes.
And he's brought in front of the three of them to plead his case, basically why he came to Winterfell. And he drops a bomb on everybody when he says, hey, guess what? The Lannisters aren't going to be showing up for the fucking party. All right, so you guys are on your own. Which pisses off...
That's a good way to put it.
Which pisses off Daenerys because the hand of the queen is obviously Tyrion Lannister.
Yes.
And Tyrion said, hey, my sister's on the way with an army, it'd be good. But so she looks over at him. Tyrion knows, oh, fuck. Okay, I fucked up.
He's
big
in trouble.
Time.
He's
Why
in
do
trouble.
you ever why do you ever trust Cersei? You never trust Cersei to do fucking anything you want her to do, okay?
No, she's a lying
Cersei
bitch.
does whatever the fuck she wants to do, and she don't give a fuck about anybody else. Okay, so we find this out. But in Jamie's case, he makes a good case, and a lot of people come to his defense.
Yeah, basically, he's like, hey, I showed up because I said I'm going to fight for a living, and I'm going to keep my word. He's like, the army's not coming, and my sister's going to screw you.
Yeah.
And then Tyrion's like, I can vouch. I know my brother. And she's like, Daenerys is like, yeah, whatever. You fucking knew your sister too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But then Brianna Tart fucking stands up and says, like, this man stopped me from being raped, blah, 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 blah. I trust him. I'll fight next to him. And so Sansa says, I trust you with my life. If you trust him with yours, then we should let him stay. Then Daenerys looks at Jon, like, because she's pissed. Like, she wanted to kill him because he's the Kingslayer who killed her father, right?
Right.
So she said, oh, I grew up hearing stories of what we would do to the man that killed our father once we got him. So she was, like, planning on, like, slaughtering this dude. Then she looks at Jon. She's like, well, what does the Warden of the North say? And he goes, we need all the fucking men we can get.
Yeah, which is the truth.
Which is the truth. So, basically...
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah. And so she felt all pissy. And so she fucking... They all kind of just stormed off in their own directions.
Right.
And after that, I believe it cuts to...
but Bran drops a fucking gem in that.
Oh, yeah.
Because Jamie's pleading his case, and Bran drops a nice bomb where it's perfect timing, and he says the line before he got pushed out of the window in the first episode, which was, "I'll do
the things I do for love."
The things I do for love.
Yeah.
It's like so you do like.
And so he thought he was gonna rat him out.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Yeah. But Bran didn't
say shit about he pushed me out the fucking window, and he's the reason I'm paralyzed. So it goes into leading up to them actually finally talking about it. So Bran's out by that fucking Godswood tree.
Yeah, the tree.
And Jamie goes walking out there and he goes, "Why didn't you fucking tell him?" And he's like, "We need you." You know what I mean?
Yep.
And he's like, "Oh, but what
Brad's
about?"
like, why would I get you killed when we need you to be here?
we need every man basically to fight. And he goes, "Well, what about afterwards?" He's like, "How do you know there is an afterwards?"
Yeah.
Then it cuts to, I believe, it cuts to Gendry them, right?
Right. So Arya kind of walks into the first meeting with Arya and Gendry. Basically, Arya walks up kind of all badass, and she sees him like hammering fucking shit, and she's like, "Oh, getting all hot and bothered and shit by this." He's like,
and
all
she
sweaty,
picks,
hammering.
she picks up the axe, and she's like, "Did you make my weapon?" And she's like, "Oh, I haven't yet. I gotta make 1,000 of these." And she's like, "Well, I hope what you make me is stronger than this." And he like smashes it into the log or whatever, and it's stuck, and she got all like moist or whatever. And then
it's good enough.
Yeah.
So they walk over, they have a little conversation. She's like, "Did you build my weapon yet?" And he's like, "No, I'm getting around to it."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Why the fuck do you need this fucking weapon anyway? I know you survived people like raping you and trying to kill you and stuff like that." He's like, "But are you really a fighter?" And she freaking pretty much picks up like a bunch of fucking throwing daggers, and just like says
basically,
her, what's the fucking line? She was
saying,
death has many
faces.
Death has many faces. I look forward to meeting this one or whatever. And she throws all 3 blades, and they pretty much
bam,
on
bam,
a point.
Bam.
And he's kind of like, and she's like, "My weapon?" And he's like, "Oh, I'll get right on it," you know.
I just got an erection.
Yeah. So he's got a hard on, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll get your weapon." Okay.
Yeah.
So that moves on to that, and then what else? Let's see.
Then they're kind of just getting ready for the battle, basically. Right. And then all these people are saying like, "Oh, you know, we're not soldiers." And Sir Davos is like, "Hey, you guys need to fucking sack up," because I wasn't a fucking soldier either, but I survived Blackwater and I survived the Battle of the Bastards right outside these walls. He goes, "Yeah, you can do it." Like, you know what I mean? He's like, "I don't have any battle, whatever, but it is what it is."
Yeah.
So then it goes back to Arya them, and Arya's shooting her bow and arrow or whatever,
right,
and practicing, and Gendry's just creeping in the background. He comes walking around with her weapon, and they
well, that was well, yeah, she starts talking with the Hound on the wall. Then this starts, Then it starts getting into the night before well, that's when what's his name, Tormund,
dude. That's my favorite part of this whole episode. But yeah, go
he
ahead.
comes back from they come back from the Umber's castle, and they tell Jon the bad news. Hey, we got back, but these guys are all dead. The castle's empty. These guys are all dead.
We had to run around.
White Walker army
they ran around the Night King.
Yeah. So they took so long to get back because they had to go all the way around the army to get back to the castle. And Jon asked them, "Hey, how long till the White Walker army shows up?" And he said, "You have till
the morning,
till
basically."
Morning. Yeah. And this is like the day before. So they start prepping for stuff, and then it becomes the night of the day before the battle, right? Yeah. So everybody's kind of like reflecting, like, hey, this is going to be one of the biggest fucking battles ever. We're probably going to all die. They're all thinking, hey, we're all going to be dead.
They're all pretty much preparing like it's their last night on Earth. So, again, Arya's up on top of the castle walls, and the Hound's there.
And she meets back up with the Hound.
Yeah.
They have a nice little moment.
And Barristan shows up, and they're like, they have like their little moment, but basically she stands up and starts walking away. They're like, "Where are you going?" She's like, "I'm not spending my last hours with you fucking old shits or whatever."
Iceman Call 20. What's up, man?
What's up, man?
How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Iceman.
Right. So she's like, "I'm not spending my last moments on Earth with you two old pieces of shit."
And then she goes down.
Then she goes down and starts shooting
arrows. And then she goes down. You know what I mean?
And Gendry comes up and kind of sneaks up on behind her.
He gave her more than one spear that night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
He gave her more than one spear that night.
But he gives her... He gives her...
That's the one I was looking for.
He gives her the weapon that she requested, and she loves it, right? So she's all horny now. And basically...
She's all horny now.
I knew that was the key. As soon as she got that weapon, I knew it was on, dude.
Oh, it was on, dude. She basically says, "I think we're gonna die tomorrow. I want to know what this is all about." And so she gets down with Gendry.
The classic, "Do you want to die a virgin?"
It's cousin Tony.
Oh, hey man, what's up?
Hey,
dude?
What's up, man? I was like, "It's cousin Tony." I was like, "Wait, I'm Tony." And I was like, "Oh, you're cousin Tony."
So we're talking about Game of Thrones. So if you don't want to hear what happens, you may want to tune out for a little bit.
You might want to just close your ears.
But if you're caught up, then stick around.
Yeah.
So basically, Arya drops the line, "I don't want to die a virgin."
Yeah, and then she drops her clothes.
But it goes through a line of questioning first, which was pretty hilarious. It's
Yeah.
like, how did you sleep with the Red Witch? And he's like, well, she put leeches on me and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, no, was that your first time? And he's like, yeah, well, it was my first time getting leeches on me. And she's like, no, you know what I fucking mean. Have you been laid?
Yeah, so he's like 3 girls.
So
and
he's like,
I saw all the memes. All the memes was like, Arya added 3 names to her list. But yeah, so they get down, and there was a funny. So Sophie Turner posted Twitter that got a lot of like reaction, I guess, because she's basically, you can tell she's kind of drunk.
Yeah.
On the night of Easter, and she's in like her bathrobe or whatever, drinking a glass of wine. And she's like, apparently Game of Thrones wanted the Easter Bunny to hop into some pussy. Or some
really?
Shit like, yeah. In fact, I can pull that up because it's kind of funny. But I was like,
she said that?
She says that, yeah. So
that's great.
I guess so. Another funny thing was that everybody, I guess when that aired, everybody was Googling the same thing at the same time, which is how old is Maisie Williams, I guess. So that was like a big topic because she's supposedly such a...
Is that Maisie Williams? That's not
No,
Maisie
this
Williams.
is Sophie Turner.
Okay, yeah, I was going to
say.
say.
Yeah, this is Sophie Turner. But, I mean, everybody was laughing about this.
I never saw this.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
In honor of Easter, I guess Game of Thrones wanted the storyline to have a little Easter bunny hopping into that pussy.
She's crazy. There's a bunch of videos of her like doing body shot, like pouring body shots off of people's in bars and shit. Yeah, she's a partier, dude. But I feel like we should watch this again.
In honor of Easter, I guess Game of Thrones wanted the storyline to have a little Easter bunny hopping into that pussy. And that's the two.
She tagged at Maisie Williams on that too.
Yeah. But funny shit,
great.
man. Funny shit.
So Arya gets it on with Gendry.
Yep.
Stirs up the pot a little bit because a lot of people, I don't think, were expecting that right away.
I kind of, dude, I knew they were gonna hook up, but I didn't know it was gonna be like, boom, let's get it on.
Yeah.
Let's
I
get
mean,
it
what
on.
Arya wants, she wants. You know what I mean?
She
She's
don't
a little
play.
badass.
And she says too, she goes, "Take your own fucking pants off." Basically, I'm not the bloody. Take your own bloody pants off. I'm not the red woman or something like that. Yeah. He knew it was coming. All right. So next it goes down.
But you said that was a fake body on
I think
Maisie
it was
Williams.
I'm saying it's a body double because it kind of looked the same like lighting as when Daenerys came out of the fire after they burned her Dothraki Count Drogo. But but yeah. They're saying that you were saying that they told her it's up to her what she shows and what she doesn't.
Yeah.
But I think it was a body double. I think it was.
T said the second they showed him shirtless and sweaty, it was happening.
It was down. It was going down.
That first scene where he's in there just like hammering shit and all sweaty and shit, you're like, okay, yeah, she's fucking down.
Yep.
So anyway, they get it on consensually.
Let's get it on.
No Me Too movement in there.
No.
And then
it was all her.
So and then they move on to the bigger group of characters that eventually meet.
It was
in
Jamie.
the hall.
Well, Jamie and Tyrion.
Oh, there was the conversation between Daenerys and Sansa that happened earlier in the episode too.
So the Queen, or Daenerys goes and talks to Sansa, and basically,
he's got the hammer. That's right. He had the hammer.
He's all about the hammer.
That's what we say in Hawaii.
The hammer.
The hammer.
But anyway, So Daenerys tries to make peace with Sansa and goes in and says, "Hey, I think we got off on the wrong foot. Basically, like we both are." Sansa's concerned that Jon's getting manipulated by her, and then she reminds Sansa basically that, "Hey, I had an agenda which was to get the Iron Throne, and I followed your brother here to fight his war. Who's the one being manipulated?" So they kind of were like on level terms. Mm-hmm. And then Sansa goes, "Okay, so what about after? After you get the Iron Throne? What about the North?" And that's when
she
it kind of
answer.
She just had like a pissed off face,
yeah.
And then they got interrupted and they went outside. But I think it was almost the same face she had when Jon tells her, "I'm Aegon Targaryen."
Yeah.
heir to the throne, basically. And she goes, "You have a claim to the throne," and she gets like that pissed off face, like, now you're an enemy of mine. Basically, you're in my way. I think Chris needs his own soundboard. He does. You're correct.
I'm gonna get a Stream Deck too. I don't care. I want one.
But yeah, I mean, for $150, dude, they're a lot of fun. And when you can do funny stuff like this, that's great. It's really great.
Yeah. So they kind of leave on the same terms when they got there, because she's saying, "Hey,
yeah,
I don't give a
really
fuck about
resolved.
your throne and all that shit, but I'm not gonna be your we're not gonna be your servant. We've been ruled by people before.
Yeah, and we had to fight to take it back, and now we're not doing it
again. Yeah. So
that's basically what it's about. But so the real like big scene, I think, in the whole thing.
This thing was the best scene, definitely.
When they
all
it starts.
meet in the
It
hall.
starts off
Right.
with Jamie and Tyrion sitting in front of the fireplace, drinking some wine, and just kind of shooting the shit, and like, talking things out and saying, "Hey, how funny would it be if Dad was here and saw his 2 sons about to die to defend the Winterfell?" And then Brienne and Podrick come rolling in. And they're like, "Oh, sorry." And they're like, "Oh, no, join us, whatever. Let's sit. Let's chat.
Everybody wants to get warm, man.
Everyone's trying to get warm." And then Sir Davos comes rolling in, and they all kind of sitting there chilling. And then Tormund comes in. Tormund's Giantsbane, and he's got the hots for Brienne. So he kind of comes in with an attitude because she was sitting next to Jamie.
Yeah.
So he rolls up to Jamie. He's like, "Oh, they call you King Killer." And he goes, "I'm sure some people do." He goes, "They call me Tormund, Giantsbane." You know how I got my name? And then he proceeds to tell how he got his name. And basically he tells them a story of when he was 10 years old, he kills a giant and hops into bed with the giant's wife. And the giant's wife mistook him for their baby. And he goes, "And you know what she did? She suckled me at her breast for 3 months." He goes, "That's how I got so strong." And then he just chugs his fucking bullhorn of ale or whatever
I drink
it is.
giant's milk.
Yeah, and he just starts chugging and just spilling all down his beard and stuff. And it's hilarious. Everyone's just looking at him like, "What the fuck?"
At that point, Sir Davos is like, "I'm gonna get a drink too.
Yeah.
This is about time."
He's
So they're all
like, "Fuck it."
sitting around the circle, and they're all drinking and telling stories. And then I think a really good moment, obviously one of the more emotional moments of the story, happens when they ask Brienne, "Oh, you're not a knight yet," or Tormund asks, because he doesn't know about the whole hierarchy system and how it works. So he goes, "You're not a knight yet?" And she's like, "Oh no, only men can be knights."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, I say fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck tradition. You should be a knight, And Jamie, who boldly stands up and goes, "Hey, you don't need a king to be a knight."
Yeah, he goes, any knight can make a knight.
Yeah.
And so he tells her to stand up.
Yeah.
And proceeds to knight her and makes her a knight of one of the 7 kingdoms. And everybody just is like, I know everybody was like, "Oh my God."
I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, everybody just, woo. Yeah.
So Brienne's a knight.
Yeah. But,
Sir Brienne of Tarth.
the funniest part is that fucking Tormund's in the background just jumping up and down, clapping like the soul cheerleader. It's the funniest shit ever. But that was a really good moment. It's just unfortunate, and I think they're all gonna fucking die next episode.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it sums up with basically Podrick singing that song, and it kind of just shows everybody kind of spending their last moments with each other. You got Gilly with Sam and Lil Sam. You got Missandei with Grey Worm. You had Sansa with Theon. They were eating like a bowl of soup or whatever, and all of that. But one of the main themes kind of throughout the episode that I kind of picked up on, and I think a lot of people picked up on because it's all over the internet, is they're telling like all the weak and the people that can't fight. They're like, "Oh, everyone's gonna stay in the crypts. Everyone's gonna stay in the crypts."
Right.
What if the Night King resurrects everybody in the crypts and just has like their fucking ancestors like kill them?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So that's one of the theories going around.
Oh. Well, also Bran knows that the Night King is after him.
Right.
So
yeah, they kind
basically
of formulate
Bran
their
wants
plan.
they kind of formulate their plan to make Bran the bait, and Theon volunteers to guard him.
Yeah.
inside the yard he's going to be sitting in.
The Godwoods.
So they're trying to basically pull the Night King out away from his army, out from protection, so they can kill him in the open.
Yeah, because John says if you kill him, they all fall, basically. Yeah. They're all controlled through him. So Jamie's like, well, if that's the case, he ain't going to fucking expose himself. Bran says, well, if I'm out there, he'll come after me. He wants me. Basically, and they kind of, one of the important parts of the episode is they kind of define what the Night King's actually after. What is his goal?
Right.
And basically, it's to wipe humanity off the face of the earth and wipe the whole history of humanity and just have an eternal night, basically.
Eternal night, yeah.
Yeah, so basically, because Bran remembers everything as the three-eyed raven, starting with he used to kill him so that the memory of the world is erased, basically. Yeah. And that's kind of what he's after.
Yeah.
And again, that's been a question since the beginning. What is the Night King after? You know? And so they kind of finally define that. And I'm sure it'll be even defined more as the episodes unfold.
It's kind of Thanos-ish, It's kind of Thanos kind of motive.
No, it's not even at all. Thanos...
Well, Thanos just...
Avengers, we'll get into that, but Thanos thought he was doing the universe a service.
Right.
This guy just wants to fucking kill everything.
Yeah.
It's totally different.
He doesn't even want to start over. He
just wants chaos, basically. Yeah. Thanos thought he was doing it to create order.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that.
Get into that. Anyway. So yeah.
But yeah. So go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, that's pretty much where it ends up, and then Daenerys and Jon are in the
crypt.
The crypt,
and he finally discloses.
And Jon finally gets the balls to tell Daenerys, "Hey, I am the official bloodline of your family. I am Aegon Targaryen III."
The sixth, actually,
or the sixth. Yeah. So Daenerys finds this out. She's kind of in disbelief, obviously. And then she kind of looks at him like, okay, so what does this mean? Are you the king or am I the queen? What's the deal?
And again, they get interrupted.
And then they get interrupted by the alarm bells going off, obviously, because the White Walkers have made their appearance.
They've popped up. They're there.
Yeah.
The whole White Walker crew is lined up maybe half a mile away from Winterfell, basically. And they can see them and whatnot, so they're sounding the alarms. And then, of course, the fucking episode ends.
Yeah.
So... Another thing that we didn't really talk about was
Tiana says I thought she was gonna shank him while they were standing there.
But one thing to talk about too is Samuel Tarly gave Jorah Heartsbane, and Jorah also made up with the Mormonts of Bear Island, his niece, who's actually that little girl who's just a fucking tough.
She's
fucking
a badass
bitch, dude.
Yeah.
She's just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm fighting.
Yeah.
But they made peace, so I guess they're all good now because he was basically exiled from their family. So Samuel gives Jorah Heartsbane, which is supposed to play a big role in killing the Night King. And Chris, I'll give you your credit where your credit's due, sir.
Thank you.
He was like, hey, I think Jorah's gonna be. He's been saying this for like couple weeks now. He thinks Jorah is gonna be the prince that was promised, as in Azor Ahai. And when I saw Samuel give him Heartsbane, I was like, oh shit, you could be right. And of course, there's articles on the internet right now saying it's gonna be Jorah, or I think they said Jaime.
Yeah,
is the other like big candidate for it. But I feel Jaime might be a little too...
Because Jaime has the golden hand, right?
Yeah, that golden hand. Something to do with the golden hand. I forgot. Yeah. I read it so long ago, the whole story about Azor Ahai and like what the relevance is with all the aspects. But it's starting to become like more of just a small handful of people that could be Azor Ahai. So we will see who it becomes.
I think it's Jorah, man. I've been saying it from the fucking start.
If that's the case, then he has to kill Daenerys.
Maybe not from the start, but I've been saying it since like last season. Okay. I said
he would have to kill Daenerys to become Azor Ahai.
I just have a feeling that he's got some bigger part to play in the story. So whether it's Azor Ahai or not,
do you
I still think
he's gonna kill Daenerys? Do you think he could do it? I don't think he could do it.
That would make for an epic kill.
Because he's always loved her.
He's
from
always
like the
loved
beginning.
her, but she's never really loved him back like the same way.
Yeah, she's always kind of.
She's always respected him, but she's never.
Not
loved
when she
him.
caught him fucking being a spy.
Yeah, well, I mean, he backstabbed her, but at the same time,
Right.
he's like, I did that shit like way in the beginning before we
Yeah,
even
man.
like were like
We
cool with
weren't
each
like,
other.
We weren't like dating yet.
Yeah. I wasn't in your cabinet or whatever, yet. So I don't know. She could have forgave him, but at the same time, she felt really betrayed. And hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Nope.
So, especially one that has dragons.
Yeah. Literally, she could scorch you.
So yeah. So it ends with the White Walkers.
Yeah.
At about a half mile away from the castle.
Man,
And the episode ends.
I'm so...
And now we're gonna have to wait 4 weeks until what finally fucking happens.
No.
No,
4
I'm
weeks?
just saying.
We're gonna see. So Chris made a good point. He goes, "Dude, you know what they're gonna do next week? We didn't see any of Cersei this week. They're gonna just show King's Landing next week and make the fucking battle a whole week out." I'm like, "Oh my god, if they fucking do
They're
that,
gonna do that.
because they've done that before."
They gotta show what Cersei.
Motherfuckers.
They gotta show what Cersei's thinking or what she's planning to do.
Oh well, Euron bangs her, right? Or was that episode 1?
That was episode 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think they gotta.
And Theon rescues. Okay, yeah, that was episode 1. Okay.
I think at least for the first half of next week's episode, they're gonna be in King's Landing, showing what's going on there, and then maybe the battle lasts.
It's gotta be the whole episode.
Because the next episode's long, right?
It's a 90 minutes, I think,
Yeah.
hour and a half.
So I wouldn't be surprised if the first half hour at least was in King's Landing,
man.
and then maybe they go to the battle. For the last.
I don't know I don't know
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
And I was saying too, they would double down on it too. I wouldn't be surprised if they put like a break in between the episodes, like for like a week.
Motherfuckers.
You watch. You watch. Yeah, you
God
watch.
damn it.
They're gonna do something this next episode. It's gonna piss everybody the fuck off.
I'm already pissed off.
There's no way they're gonna do the full on battle for the whole episode. There's no way.
So what, you think they'll do half the battle and like someone's like about to die and then like cuts?
Yeah.
Oh no. Or
And then they're
it'll
gonna-
cut as Arya's running down that hallway.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be so fucking pissed.
Okay, so you do see her running down that hallway, right?
Yeah.
Like, so do they get into the castle? Is the
Obviously
question.
they do.
Right.
So again, I'm thinking he rises the dead out of the
And they
crypt.
show nothing in the next episode, like for the like preview.
It's just like
afterwards,
everybody getting ready
it's just
to
everybody
fight.
getting ready to
Yeah.
fight. That's it.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, there's
don't
got to
know.
be. I think there's got to be more build up, unless there's a bigger story after they kill the White Walkers. If the story.
I don't think they're
continues.
killing the White Walkers here. I think the White Walkers beat them and they have to retreat. I think is what happens.
Yeah.
I think because you got to remember, what's her name? Yara just went back to the Iron Islands. She's gonna come back into the play.
Right. Right.
And basically, I think what's gonna end up happening is they're gonna get beat at Winterfell. They're gonna have to push back, but they're gonna drop back behind King's Landing and let them go attack King's Landing and then try to stop them before would be.
Do they try to renew the alliance with Cersei, or does Cersei?
No,
what
dude.
happens?
I say they let Cersei fucking. I think they
Fend
let.
for herself?
Yeah, they let Cersei. One of the main things I want to see what happens is what happens to the mountain. None of what what's his name? Quibin.
Yeah. The
Anyway,
alchemist dude.
Yeah.
right?
None of that has been exposed of what he did to the mountain, because that guy's like some kind of fucking mutant thing.
Well, and they also make a slight mention of how does the dragon's fire work, and Bran's like, it's never been done before,
Yeah,
so we
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
So I don't know, man. I want to see who kills the mountain, or if the mountain becomes, because the mountain is technically,
He's
the
technically
undead.
dead,
Yeah,
right?
he's
He's
technically
technically
like
dead.
the dead. But
Yeah.
so I'm wondering if the Night King can just turn him and make him just like crush Cersei.
Yeah, is he still alive in some way, shape, or form, or is he just an undead monster?
Dude, I think he's just like some
Like
kind of fucking
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see. They will make a pact with the Night King to help take over the throne and let the Night King rule the North. I don't think so. I'm calling it now.
I don't think the Night King
I don't think
negotiates.
he's down for negotiations. Yeah.
Or the Night King just ends up winning the whole thing and just killing everybody.
They might just have to catch a boat to Essos.
Yeah.
And just fucking live out their days there like Missandei and Grey Worm are planning.
What if the Night King can see what the mountain sees?
And he might be able to. If he could if Bran can warg into people and dragons and animals, why couldn't the Night King? The Night King's technically a warg too, because he's actually the most powerful warg, because he's controlling all those dead.
Yeah. And he obviously could touch Bran through his visions.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, dude. It's fucking a lot of crazy shit.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't.
And then Bran wakes up from the coma he got from falling out the
window. Oh shit. That'd be fucked
So
up if
it
this
was
was all just like a
the
dream. What movie was that? What is Wizard of Oz? We're gonna Wizard of Oz this?
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Not in Kansas anymore.
Oh my god. We don't know what's gonna happen.
It's all a dream.
It's all a dream.
Bran's gonna wake up
I mean,
and none
fuck,
of this would happen.
that would make a lot more sense. There's dragons and zombies and shit. If this is all a dream.
I mean, Bran pretty much sees everything. So that kind of makes sense in a way.
Yeah, he's literally the center of everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll be kind of pissed if that's the case. I'll be kind of pissed. But okay, well, are we done? Are we done talking about this?
I think that about covers it.
Okay.
Do you guys have anything else you want us to talk about? Let us know.
We're done. No more Game of Thrones. We're done. I made this kind of long. Maybe I should make this not as long.
Yeah.
But it's still funny. Okay, so hopefully we tell type here, let me type to what's his name? Chronic, you're good. There we go. I feel like we should do a shot, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then you want to jump into beer tasting
I
maybe?
think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, guys, if you got it, put those shot emotes up in the chat. Spam them shits, and I'll put a Lanny face in there too.
Stay tuned, guys. We got the beer tasting of the week. We got a very special beer this week from Kona Brewing Company.
Yeah.
That hasn't even been released yet. I got my grubby hands on this beer this past week from a good old friend of mine from back in the day. Not really, but
Hope
let's
he's
just
not
say
watching because you might think
you
might think you're
my job lets me get hooked up with these things every now and then, so I'm fortunate enough to get my hands on this beer. But Kona's about to celebrate their 25th year anniversary, and they created a beer for it, and we have it. So we'll get to review it before
Nice.
anybody else does. Anybody else.
Put those shot emotes in the chat, people. It's time for. Oh, you got me a Coke, please, and another beer, I guess. And I'm pretty much done with this.
Well, you want to wait for the beer tasting? We'll just fill up the glasses.
No, because I got. Whatever. I'm gonna rinse these then. I'd want to rinse it. What are we tasting? An IPA? I got fucking.
It's a brute IPA, but yeah.
So it doesn't taste like a brown ale.
Yeah,
What you trying to do to me, Chris?
I'll rinse it. Jesus.
Yeah, rinse my cup.
Budweiser Kona, awesome.
Hey, we're gonna. You know, it's a specialty thing. It's something that's rare, so we're gonna give it a try. And plus, no one else has it, right, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah. All
I
right,
know what you
everybody,
mean, though.
put your shot emotes in the chat, guys.
Cheers.
And again, happy birthday, Baracho. This one's to you. Ooh.
It'd be a lot cooler if you
Ooh,
did.
yep. Mm-hmm.
If you like our shirts and our merch, this
Yes.
is from iThirsty. They,
Check out iThirsty Hawaii, guys. iThirsty.com. Or you can. They're also known by Plan B Printing. If you want them to make shirts for you, they do that too, I believe.
It's the biz.
Yeah. It's the biz. But check them out. They got some funny stuff. This one says Drunk and Awesome, which we fucking are.
Yeah.
And we also got these cool-ass hats from them, too. So mine's black on black, and Chris got the black on gray. So check them out. Or you can check out our merch in our fucking merch store at streamlabs.com/inappropriate
Get
bar
yourself
talk
one of those
/
cool
merch.
little coffee mugs there. We got those.
Yes.
We got the normal coffee mugs as well. And we got T-shirts. We got and T-shirts for both men and women. In the
Yes,
store.
men and women. Get your girl a shirt.
Tank tops.
If Baracho, if you wanted to wear a girl shirt, but they have those sizes for you too. You know, no, we don't hate here, bro.
Yep.
It's cool. Lanny face. Whoop. Ooh, that was
You want to do
waiting.
one more story before we get into it then, so we can finish these beers up?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, let's do one more quick one, and then we'll
Let's
get
do
into
that
this
one
beer
right
tasting.
there.
This one?
Yeah,
This one's kind of.
this one's kind of funny.
Okay, so this past week, if you want to pull it up.
Yeah, go ahead.
So if you didn't know, Monday was Earth Day. So there were numerous protests going on around the world. There was another instance where a bunch of dead people or a bunch of people acted like dead people lying in the middle to symbolize, global warming killing off the future. But these guys decided to go to Universal Studios in California and super glue themselves to the top of the globe in protest of Earth Day.
Stupid fucking idiot.
Bringing awareness to the fact that...
Are they really, though? Are they really?
That's the point, I think. I like the green flags. They kind of look like something you would wave when like aliens are making their first landing or
Why?
something.
Take me first?
No, it's just like some kind of weird symbol where it's just like... You remember Mars attacks?
Or Independence Day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like...
I want tube top. What? I want a tube top.
The demonstrators were eventually peacefully removed from the globe. Eventually.
So they superglued what? Their pants to it?
I guess they superglued their asses to the globe. Yeah.
Fucking morons, dude. Fucking morons.
You know what? I commend these guys. I commend it. Bring awareness.
Fuckhead.
Bringing awareness to your cause and not hurting anybody in the process. Just making your point be heard. Granted,
they vandalized the Universal.
I could give a shit.
So what they want,
about
I guess,
I was globe. It's made of metal. How much could they have How much damage could they have done?
I was reading the article, and basically what it says was that they want the film companies to be more
Earth
conscious. Yeah. Basically, yeah. And so that's why they did it on
why
Universal.
Not? Yeah.
They got the money for it. Why the fuck not? You know what I mean? That's true. I'll give you that.
So, I don't know. I support it. I'm all for these guys. As much of an idiot as these guys could have been, there's worse things people have done and stupider things people have done. I would just... they sat on top of the fucking globe and they waved the flag around for a bit. Didn't hurt nobody. Whatever. They came down peacefully. They didn't,
Yeah. Did they? I'm sure they got arrested, though, right?
Yeah. I'm sure they got arrested, but whatever. Not even jail.
Still pretty. I think it's funny. It's definitely better than protesting and starting a fight and shit.
Yeah. It's not like that Antifa fucking nonsense.
But they could have just picketed and probably got the same. Nah, they wouldn't have got the same.
No,
coverage.
they got fucking helicopters on them and shit, and they had. They're obviously all over Twitter on Monday. They were all over Twitter, so props to that. I hope their cause gets some traction.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, man.
I'm for it. I'm for peaceful protest.
Well, what about this, Chris? Are you for this? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Inappropriate Bar Talks. Beer tasting.
You want me to rinse your glass out?
Sure. Yeah. That's right, people. It's time for our fucking beer tasting. Yeah. And tonight on the docket, we have Kona Brewing Hibiscus Brut IPA. Now, if you guys don't know, the hibiscus is the state flower of Hawaii. And I know a lot about hibiscus because it's also the logo to my company. So, my family company. Sorry, it's not mine. But basically, the hibiscus, traditionally, in Polynesian culture, was brought to everywhere they would land. They would take a cutting of a hibiscus and they would give it to the people that they came in contact with or met. So if you look around the world, there's hibiscus all around the Pacific Rim. And it's like anywhere you go pretty much has a hibiscus. And what it is whenever the Hawaiians or other Polynesians would land on a new land, they would plant hibiscus or give hibiscus to the locals there to plant, and they would come up with new color variations. So, here, Chris, you want to hold that up to the camera since we couldn't find a picture of this beer.
This isn't the official can either.
It's not the official can, but this is Kona Brewing celebrating the 25th year, 25 years of drinking beers. I like that. I made that up myself, but. So, yeah,
they said they didn't have it packaged yet,
so they didn't have it packaged yet, so they sent them a crowler. It's 8.2% ABV, And what is that? 40 IBUs, 4.5. Poured on 4 or 5? What is that? Oh, poured on. Okay. Gotcha. That's when they canned it. Okay, so Chris, get in here and tell us about this beer as much as you know about it, I guess.
Let's see. I have an article here for you.
Oh, he's got a special article. Let me know.
So yes, I know Kona's affiliated with Budweiser. I am
Anheuser.
aware of this, but they are building a new production brewery on Kona that's supposed to be open in August.
If you guys didn't know, for all you guys not in the beer world, like Anheuser-Busch is considered.
Oh, tell Kane we said hi.
What
as
up?
well.
So, Anheuser-Busch owned breweries are looked down upon because we're beer connoisseurs.
It's like selling out.
You want,
It's kinda like
you're sold out basically.
corporate
but
sellout.
I'm sorry, if I owned a brewery and Anheuser was like, hey, we want to buy it, I'd be like, yeah, motherfuckers, let's do it. But anyway, go on, Chris. Read us something about this beer.
So, wow. Okay. This year, Kona Brewing Company will commemorate its 25th anniversary milestone with a year-long celebration to share the spirit of aloha with more consumers than ever before. As part of the celebrations, Kona will be expanding its giving program to increase support with the longtime local philanthropic partners in Hawaii and begin new partnerships with community organizers of blah, 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 blah.
You can't blah, 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 blah when you got the cool voice on. Let me know when you want it, bro. Let me know when you want it.
Okay, here, we'll talk about that.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Kona Brewing Company will launch a special Hibiscus Brute IPA to toast its silver anniversary, an 8.2% ABV dry IPA with hibiscus and hop-based hints of gooseberry and melon. The fruit-forward anniversary will be available on draft throughout Hawaii, beginning with Kona's anniversary in February, and will launch nationwide in September 2019.
There you go. There you fucking have it, people. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah!
basically this is their choice for the beer to celebrate their 25 years.
Okay. This was their choice to celebrate a quarter century of business.
Yes.
This is what they've chosen.
Yes, even though they aren't making a lot of their stuff in Kona anymore, at least not for now, until they finish their production brewery, which is supposed to open up in August, and then I guess they're bringing
and
a
they're
lot of their
bringing it
production
back?
back to Hawaii.
Because right now they're doing it all at Cali, right?
Right. So there was a big issue with Kona where they couldn't put "Made in Hawaii" on their product.
Why?
They used to.
Oh,
but
because
their product's
they're...
actually made on the mainland and
Now.
shipped back here.
Yeah.
So a lot
that
of people,
makes sense.
A lot of people were considering Kona beer a local product, but a lot
No,
of the
it's not.
local breweries, including breweries I'm involved with, are against people saying you're
Right.
made in Hawaii when
Same
you're not
thing with
made
me.
in Hawaii.
So there's a water company out here called Waikea Springs, and they try to claim like they're Hawaii. Anyway, I don't want to get into it, but they're fraudulent.
Right.
This is fraudulent. You can't put product of somewhere if you're not actually producing it there.
Yeah, and
Bottom line.
and there was a big deal against them for that, and they no longer could put it on their cans, which you can probably go legal avenues with things
I'm sure
like
you
that.
could. But let's crack this beast open,
But
man. Let's get to
you
it.
know what? Let's be fair and unbiased and give this beer a try. It is their 21st anniversary beer, so you know what?
And it's perfect time because we got the 10 viewer high. All right, dude.
All right.
I love when we get those double digits.
So I got this 32-ounce Crowler can, which is pretty dope. I love Crowler cans. They're
Yeah,
pretty
it makes you
fucking
feel
awesome.
like you're drinking. I feel like if you were to drink directly out of it, you would feel like Tormund Giant's Bane.
Oh yeah, just fucking chugging
Just
that
pour
fucking
it all
giant
down your
horn.
beer. Yeah. Pour it all down your
Do you
beer,
want me to
bro.
do it?
Like, let me get a glass first. You're spilling some on the table, but that's okay. Oh yeah, beer. Oh, buddy. You're a professional, bro.
Got it.
Product of these nuts. Ew. Actually, I've seen the product of those nuts. His name's Calvin.
Yes. The new
I love the new Stream Deck, by the way. Just having loads of fun with it.
Yeah. There we go. So
Agreed. Most of the best craft beers are made here in San Diego. I don't know. I'm actually more partial, I think, to the Pacific Northwest than I am the Pacific Southwest.
Well, Kona is actually made in Portland, so there you go with that. but they're
Don't
actually
put
made
that
at the
up there.
Widmer Brewery.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Fancy,
so a lot of the Longboard and Big Wave and those more popular beers, the Castaway, a lot of that stuff gets made in Portland. But San Diego, I mean, San Diego's got it going on too, man.
San
They got
Diego's
a lot
got
of
some
good
good
fucking
brews.
beer.
So,
A lot
okay,
of good
Chris,
brewers.
get your
Modern
fucking
Times has been
paper
killing
out.
it.
Again, people, if you want to taste along with us, you can go to beerology.org and check out the beer tasting sheet, and you can actually follow along with us and kind of go over the same categories we go over when we do our beer tasting.
Yeah.
Oregon's very good as well. Yes, dude. Yes, they are. Chris, do you need a pen? They're right here.
Yeah, I need to look this up too.
We should keep paper towels in here.
We used to. What happened to that?
We used them all. We never got any more.
Oh, yeah, there was that one time you threw up on the floor over here.
Yeah, that one time, episode 46. Or was it 63? I can't remember. I don't know.
So
But this
many.
is episode 105.
105.
Yeah, dude.
105 fucking episodes.
Yeah. So I was trying to count all the beers we did. Chris, how many beers have we tasted so far?
I think when I marked them all down, we were around 140 something.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's how many beers we've done on this show.
But that's all right. Not all of them. We might have to retaste some. If they were shitty, we're just going to just not even give them the time of day. But Chris will get to most of those. We got about 20 up on the beer blog right now. So if you want to check those out, definitely check them out. Some of the better beers we've tasted are on the blog now. So, for instance, a Double Stack, I think, is probably my favorite beer ever in the world.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Baracho. Happy birthday. But Baracho got us that beer, stood in line for 2 hours, and got us that Double Stack from... Who was that from again?
From
That was fucking...
Great Notion.
Great Notion Brewing,
Yeah.
dude. Fucking amazing beer. I love it.
I could
love
see
it.
why people stand
Yeah.
hours in the snow for that. It
It's
was
fucking
really
good.
good. It was really good.
I think it's my
Definitely
favorite
the
beer.
best beer this year so far.
I think it's my favorite beer of all time. Second would be
how about of all
Maui.
time?
But how about of all time? Dude, that beer is killer. Great Notion. Yeah, that was I think that's my favorite beer. Second would be Coconut Imperial Porter from Maui, I think. And then, if I'm feeling fruity, the Yuzu Dream from Good Beer Faucets in Shibuya.
Booyah.
Dude, we gotta go there. We gotta go there.
Gotta go there.
We gotta go. It's the best beer
Next
ever.
time they release it, I'll get more. Yeah. That's what I like to hear, Baracho. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're doing big glasses because this crowler is 32 ounces.
Yeah, so
so
we
we're
figured
just
out-
going to do it the normal way.
I'm gonna
in the
say this is
normal
more of an
glasses.
amber.
This has definitely got an amber tinge to
Yeah.
it. Again, this is a Hibiscus Brute IPA. The Brute IPA style has been popular as of late. That's been what a lot of brewers have been doing lately, especially when it's getting hot. And some of them are low-carb options for those people who are doing keto like myself. This one is not low
I'm
in
doing it too,
carbs.
though.
So 8.2% ABV, so it's pretty up there booze-wise.
Yeah.
So, all right, yeah. So I would say this is like a copper amberish color we got going on
Definitely
here.
amber, like a golden amber, I would say. Golden, yeah, maybe more copper. Copper amber? Yeah, we'll go copper amber. Kind of dull though. It's not super clear, but it's not hazy or anything.
Clarity-wise,
Yeah, I would say it's dull.
a little dull.
Yeah, it's a little dull. It's not hazy, but it's not clear either.
Yeah.
You know. Aroma. It's hoppy. It's got
Smells boozy.
I don't smell the booze. I smell the hops, like earthy hops, though. Not so much like piney. Well, I guess a little piney, but
Smell a little bit of caramel. Like
it does have a sweet kind of a smell to it. It's almost like a sweet hop aroma, like a molasses with hops.
yeah, a molasses hoppy molasses.
Kind of excited about this. I wasn't at first, but. And then another side note about hibiscus is you can eat it.
Yeah, I might be getting some of that floral off of there too.
I'm not
man.
getting a lot of floral though.
Not a ton. I get that that like candy sugar
What is the fruit?
sweetness,
What is the fruit
almost
they said?
alcohol smell.
Some kind of melon or some berry, they said?
Yeah, they said melon and fuck, what was the other one?
I get
Gooseberry
gooseberry and what else?
and melon.
What kind of melon?
Doesn't say. This is melon.
Just melon.
Hibiscus and hop based hints of gooseberry and melon.
I don't know what gooseberry smells like, but
Yeah, I'm not sure about gooseberry either.
it has a fruity smell over. It's not so. It smells more sweet than it does floral, but the hop aroma is almost more herbal, earthy versus like piney.
Yeah, I'm getting more like not acetone, but like almost
Acetone? What
like,
the fuck?
Like nail polish remover smelling?
No, dude. You're.
I think I'm getting that alcohol. I do get a little fruitiness, but I think I get more floral, which is weird. You're getting like different stuff than I am right now. You're not getting that at all?
I mean,
like whenever you have like a Trappist style or
I guess.
like a Belgian style, it's almost like that to me right now. Like it's that Belgian.
It's like if you took like a plumeria smell and combined it with a melon smell. Is what I'm getting.
I'm getting more of the like Belgian.
But plumeria is not like super flowery.
Abbey. I'm almost getting
kind
like
of
an
sweet.
Abbey vibe off of it though.
Like Abbey Road.
No, Abbey Road.
Come together.
Like, have you ever had like a
right
dark Abbey
now.
or a Trappist style, like a Chimay or something along those lines? Like, I'm getting those smells off of it.
Again, I'm not the beer guy. I don't know. I smell melon.
If any of you had
and
a Chimay
flowers.
or something, that's what I'm smelling. I'm smelling that like that candied Belgian candied sugar
I do smell like
that
like a
alcohol
burnt sugar,
and a little bit of floral.
but not burnt,
Yes.
but sweet, like
Yeah.
a sweet, like you said, caramel or like a molasses, kind of
I
like a
do get,
syrupy sweetness,
like sugary.
but
yeah, like burnt sugar.
floral maybe. But I get more of like the melon smell. I think
I get a little bit of that though. I get like a little bit of tropical tones,
like a tropical
like,
fruit
kinda in there. A
Here,
little
try,
bit,
maybe mine's different than yours. Try smell mine. Stick your nose in mine, Chris.
No, I'm getting the same thing.
Okay.
Getting the same thing.
As long as it's the same.
All right. So the head was kind of poor. This is out of a crowler too, though. So just
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I don't know how
yeah,
well this
yeah.
is sealed.
You're right.
Kind of on the poor side. Aroma, faint or strong?
Ooh, I wouldn't say it's strong, but it's there. It's like maybe a notch or two above medium.
Yeah.
I would say. A notch or two above medium.
And then
It's not very
sweet,
pungent.
More on the sweeter side.
I would say it's on the
right?
sweeter side. Like I said, I get more of like that melony fruit kind of a smell with maybe a touch of floral.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hello, Father.
Uh-oh.
No, it's just not used to it. It's just like going to bed at 5 o'clock.
I'll see you at the bar tonight or what?
Oh, God.
After last show, I hung out with your dad at the bar. Your dad was pretty hammered.
All right, are we getting we're getting a little sweet? We're getting a little caramel?
Yeah, like a little.
caramel.
I don't know if I would say caramel. I
Toffee?
would say more molasses. It's more like a.
Molasses.
Caramel has more of like its own flavor, and this just smells like a kind of like a syrupy sweetness.
You said I'm getting a little floral. You said you're getting what? You getting citrus, herbal, earth, resin?
Not citrus, more earthy tones. More
More
for the hops, I would say it's more of like a earthy, herbal tone versus like the pine or citrus tones of the hops.
Yeah. And what's your overall impression of the smell?
It's all right. It's pretty normal. I don't think there's anything that stands out about it.
Yeah,
it's
it's
pretty.
not
It's pretty
too-
basic for a hop beer or a IPA.
Yeah. Brute. I don't know how brute this is gonna be, but
Because isn't brute supposed to be more like a champagne?
yeah, it's supposed to be more
style?
champagne-y, which it's kind of confusing to me right now. All right,
Okay.
let's get into this flavor, bitch.
Yeah, let's do it,
Let's
bro.
do this. Cheers. I'm tasting the hibiscus. It is on the dry side,
Yeah.
which you should.
I guess they can tell because we're all both going like.
So the brute is made. Brutes are made with champagne yeast usually. So
Okay.
it's like a beer with champagne yeast, which the champagne yeast will dry out the palate. It'll give more of that champagne like.
Right.
mouthfeel
Okay,
and finish.
I get that for sure.
So it's definitely drying and kind of crisp. But the body is
It's a little thicker.
yeah.
It's more medium than it is a light-bodied beer.
I'm getting some weird flavors.
Yeah, me too. Like I don't know.
I'm getting hibiscus, but I'm also
I don't
getting
know
like
what
that
hibiscus tastes like.
that boozy. That's still that boozy sugariness and that like.
Yeah.
I call it acetone, but it's not acetone. It's like it's not necessarily the. Obviously, you don't drink
There's
acetone, but that,
there's a booziness
smell,
to it. There's a
that smell you get off of the nail polish. You taste a little bit of
it's
that.
Not,
it's like
you're
the
talking
alcohol.
about that alcohol, like
Yeah. That like
it's
pure
that
alcohol.
it's that vapor, that
Yeah.
alcohol vapor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maserap, I don't know. We'll get to that, baby. You just gotta keep watching. Maserap doesn't mean it means is it good? Is it delicious? I don't know about this so far. It makes me want to burp, like really bubble.
It feels heavy, but it's dry.
Yeah.
So it's like
Weird.
it's an interesting combo because every brute I've had, including the ones I've been drinking the past couple of weeks, have been really clean and have been really like not super flavorful, but
Not to like take away from what you're saying, but I feel like my neck looks really long right now. Is that just me?
I think you stretch out. I think you have the fallout bug going on right there. Your neck would get stretched out like fucking way out.
I feel like my neck looks really long right now.
It does look long, and I look like I have no neck.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go on with this beer. I'm sorry. Oh shit. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm liking this beer, to be honest, Chris.
It's I get hints of like caramel and hints of like that sugary alcohol.
I mean, I guess I am tasting the hibiscus because I don't like it,
Yeah.
and I'm assuming I wouldn't like to eat a flower.
Yeah, and I don't know if
But you can eat them. I know this.
I think the dryness is also contributed to by some hops that are in there too. I think the hops are giving some like bitterness or some of that kind of like that makes you want to like kind of
Yeah, that's kind of like
the back of your throat that like
it's like making the back
that
of my throat like
that phlegmy like hop kind of deal.
I don't know.
It's only 40 IBUs though, so the
It's
hops,
not bitter. Yeah, it's not bitter.
It's not super bitter. There's a little bitterness at the end, but not a ton. Kane, you're thinking about you guys come back to Hawaii? Hey, we'd be welcome to have you. You guys are welcome here anytime. You know that.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Come on and kick it with the homies.
Call me. Show up tomorrow. You'll be good. You know you guys got a place to stay.
Your sister said we both suddenly look drunk though.
I kind of get like a little like
It's got a kick to it as far as the alcohol. Like I can
I
feel
get like a
I'm
little
warm.
peanut butter, like a little peanut butter at the end. Do you get any of that? Am I tripping?
That might be from your vape.
No, I didn't even hit my vape.
Let me drink some water because I got weird flavors coming
This is
from
going
this.
on. I got like a weird buttery, peanut buttery kind of finish. That was weird.
No one lays a finger on my butterfinger.
I think I have a certain allergy to certain types of hops because I feel like I get congested when I drink certain types of beers.
Well, let me just say this.
And I think
Hops
it's,
are a relative of the cannabis family.
yes.
And certain weeds, certain strains of weed,
Yeah.
like if I break it up with my fingers or whatever, and like let's say I just touch my nose or my eye, dude, I'm fucked.
Really?
Like, dude,
It's pollen, I
sneezing
mean,
all
like,
day.
yeah.
Yeah. Certain strains are worse than others, though, so I can
Right.
see that.
Yeah, I think hops the same way. Like certain types of hops, like I start to get really congested. Like my nose.
Just all you gotta do is rub some on your skin and see if you get
See if
itchy.
it reacts.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dude, I'm kind of like stumped right now in this beer. I don't know if I like it or if I hate it. If that makes sense. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Nah, I'm good with this.
I'm trying to pull things from it, but it's kind of hard to like.
Like when I drink it and I smell it while I'm drinking it, it stinks.
It stinks.
Yeah. Like mine stinks now. Is that my breath? I just brushed my teeth before I came here. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going with floral and I'm going with a little bit of caramel, that like burnt sugar, molasses, alcohol.
Okay.
And then on the finish, it's super dry with a little bit of like earthiness. Like there's like some earthiness in that finish. Like I get very earthy, almost herbal, but not quite. It's not like spice herbal. It's like
It's not spicy, but it's like
earthy.
yeah, like if Native Americans made a beer. I feel like this is what it would taste like.
Yeah, like
I mean, not to be like.
No.
I'm
You're
just saying, like, there are people.
it was
of the
made like
earth,
with like
yeah.
a primitive method or something. Like
No, it's
that,
just very
maybe.
like there's like they're not farming like sugar cane to make alcohol. You know what I
This
mean?
is
They're just
sounding
making it with
worse.
like whatever they got.
You're making it worse.
No, am I?
No,
I
I'm
don't
just
think
fucking
so.
with you.
Don't mess with me.
Do you know the way?
This one's tough
Yeah.
because I think the dryness kind of like
This is a weird
it
beer.
kind of cuts through the flavor of whatever you're tasting. So I do. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's start breaking this fucking thing down.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
Flavor intensity, not super strong.
No,
I'd say
not. I would give it.
like medium.
I'd say 75%
75.
minimum because it's got flavors. It's just I don't know what they are.
Is it sweet or bitter? Not the finish. The actual.
I'd say it's on the sweeter side,
Yeah.
almost like a watered down Capri Sun.
Whoa.
Like on the tip of your, you kind of get that tingle when you drink a Capri
You getting
Sun.
any bread from this or green, sweet?
Yeah, I guess. I think the fullness makes me feel like there's bread
There's a
because
little
it's kind of
breadiness.
full.
Yeah, there's a little breadiness, but then it's and I get floral and I get earth.
Yeah.
The hops.
Yeah.
And it's very okay. So overall impression of the flavor. Well, let's leave that.
Yeah.
Mouthfeel, body, light, medium, or full.
It's a little above medium, but it's.
Dude, I'm getting weird peanut flavors. I'm getting like peanut butter or something. Like
Did you eat peanuts before?
No,
you came?
I didn't eat peanuts.
What'd you eat for dinner? You didn't eat peanuts?
I had a salad and I had a
You
salad.
tossed a salad and ate peanuts?
No, I had salad with and I had turkey. I had ground turkey. No, I didn't have anything that would have introduced that flavor into my mouth. No,
Nothing introduced peanuts into your mouth.
No, I never introduced peanuts into my mouth.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Not today.
I'm so pissed I didn't put the Lanny animation on this scene right now. Okay.
No, I'm getting a weird, like.
Are you allergic to peanuts?
No, I'm not.
Because maybe that you're feeling like maybe the alcohol makes you feel, like sometimes when you.
No, I'm getting a weird
if you-
nutty flavor.
Like I'm
some
allergic
kind
to
of nutty
grapes.
flavor.
So if I drink like grape juice, I get like it almost is like I just took a shot. Like I get that hot kind of vapor in my mouth, where it's like I can feel my body reacting to it.
No, I'm not having a reaction to it. I don't. I feel fine, but it's a weird, like nutty flavor I'm getting at like after I let it sit there for a while. After
He's getting a nutty flavor from all
It's-
the
it's
peanut in
weird.
his mouth.
So wait till you read the transcripts. Okay, so medium body to full.
I'd say it's a notch above medium.
Yeah.
No burnt toast smell, right? No
carbonation.
For a brute, it's not that carbonated. It's not like super bubbly like a champagne, but it's got that dryness.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Drying, warming,
Yeah, because the alcohol.
slick, creamy, astringent, chalky, mouth coating, prickly.
Maybe a little prickly.
Maybe
Little.
little.
It's got a little bubble on your
bit,
kind of
little
on your
bit.
tongue.
Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely
I'm
drying,
not
though.
picking out anything particularly exciting about this beer. But okay, go on.
How's the finish? Short, medium, or long?
Medium to long.
Medium to long.
And somewhere in the middle there because
you there.
like I can taste it in my mouth, but it's not like I'm not like ugh, you know what I mean? For an IPA, it doesn't linger that bad. Usually some IPAs when they're hot bombs, they're just like you can just
So
exhale the
Yodi
hops.
says no burnt toast smells, right?
No, it's more like a burnt sugar smell
Yeah. It's more
with like a melon,
a little bit of like a floral
And,
accent
like,
and a fruit.
thyme or oregano,
Yeah. It's
something like that. I don't fucking know.
intensity, faint or strong on the finish.
I would say like a notch or two above medium.
Yeah, I think it's a little on the stronger side.
No, because I've tasted like I would put some of like
I mean, not
Elysian. I would
flavor-wise,
put like
but-
Elysian Stardust as a lingerer. You know what I mean? Like those beers, those hop bombs linger. You know,
And the finish is probably on the more bitter side, right?
for an IPA, it's not that bitter.
I know, but it's not sweet. It's definitely not sweet.
It's
the
not
finish
like
is like more bitter.
yeah, the finish is bitter.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yes, you're correct. Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. It's time.
It's time. All right, Chris. Am I going first or you going first? I'll go first. Because I feel like you have better things to say about this beer.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay, it's my turn. Yep. I'm sorry. Jesus. Hey, take it easy. I was trying to pick out something special from this beer, and to me, it's just kind of a basic IPA. For your 25th anniversary, I figured that Kona would have came out with something like that really popped.
Yeah.
And this just doesn't really pop to me. Like I said, it's hard to even distinguish what the flavors are. And it's not. It almost tastes like I'm drinking. I don't. It's hard to explain. Like I even get like an olive juice kind of taste out of it sometimes too, but.
Like vinegar or
Maybe like not a vinegar, but like something kind of along those lines, though. But I'm just not.
Like
it's
an olive
a very,
oil?
It's a very basic IPA.
Mhm.
There's nothing that stands out. Kind of like Kona Brewing's beer in general. There's nothing really that stands out. They're great at making the very like basics of beer.
Uh-huh.
But if you want to like stand out, especially on our show, like you want to get a good thumbs up, you got to have something unique about your beer. And I'm not saying it's a bad beer. People are going to like it. It's just not for me. I'm not an IPA guy, and this is like the basic IPA with not the best flavor profile that I look for in IPA.
Yeah.
I like a more fruity pine, more fruit and pine in my IPA, citrus versus like the earth and floral tones.
Right.
So that's my take. All right, Chris, you ready?
Yeah. I'm gonna go thumbs down too. Man.
Oh, 2 thumbs down.
This beer has an identity crisis.
It does, dude. It doesn't know what it wants to be. But go ahead, Chris. Explain to us why you gave it a thumbs down.
Okay. So hibiscus brute IPA sounds good on paper. Okay.
Does it?
But it does when you're expecting something that's going to be like bright and crisp and clean and maybe have a little fruity, little floral notes, and then have that like IPA hoppiness a little bit, you know, that you throw on there, or
Yeah.
even dry hop it a little bit to give it the aroma at least off the top of the beer.
Yeah.
This doesn't have any of that. It's very, the copper, like whatever malt they went with on this, it almost leans more towards a Belgian Trappist or an Abbey style, because you get that alcohol burn, you get that burnt sugar,
Yeah.
you get the
Hey, Jay, what's up?
the kind of more earthy and herbal copper tones, the tone, the flavors that are associated with this
Yeah,
color.
it kind of it tastes like it looks like. Kinda.
And for it to be called a
Kinda
brute
tastes like a penny.
IPA, I think people are going to be confused by what they're drinking when they drink this, because they're going to be used to
Yeah.
drinking brute IPAs, and this is going to be completely different than what they're used to. And maybe that's what they're going for.
But you think maybe I was gonna say, maybe do you think that's what they're going for? Try to make something in a category that's completely different.
But there's no
I
brute
don't know.
IPAs. There's no brute IPAs that are like around the 8% level. So when it said 8% on the can, that was already kind of a red flag for me, where it's like, okay, you're making a super boozy fucking brute. Excuse me,
You
brute
okay there?
IPA. Yeah, brute IPA. It doesn't work, man. It doesn't work.
Let me ask
isn't
you
the
this:
right
Would you
profile.
bring this in?
No.
Okay.
I don't think people would have more. I mean,
Would you bring in Great Notion Double Stack?
I think they should give it a different fucking name.
Yeah, they shouldn't use it as their like
I don't think they should call it
25th
a
anniversary beer either.
No, it's not. It's not a bad beer, but I don't think they should use it. They should call it a brute IPA. I don't think they should have went the brute IPA route with this. I think if they wanted to make like a beer,
Yeah, but if they
true to this
what,
style,
let's say they brewed it in a certain
make
style.
something fucking barrel aged, or you know, if you're gonna do something with these kind of malts and this flavor profile, put it in a barrel, or age it, or make it high alcohol. And I don't know, man. It's.
Chris isn't. He's not about it. He's not about it.
It's an identity crisis, man. This thing.
It kind of feels like a mashup of flavors that wasn't really fully thought out.
The brute with this flavor profile, like these type of beers.
Baracho says, "Dude, I would butt chug Double Stack." I don't know if I'd butt chug it, but I would definitely drink that beer. I love that. It ain't no. I think that's my top of the list, but. No, this is definitely not anything special. And again, I look for stuff that's special, stuff that stands out. We've tasted over 140 beers already. And this would not be even the top 130.
Nah, the dry champagne yeast cuts through the flavor of the beer, which with beers with this kind of flavor profile, you kind of want them to linger and mellow on your palate. You don't want them to be... You don't want it to be cut by a dry sharpness. You want it to be caramel and
it's like putting
molasses.
it's like putting sharp cheddar on cheesecake.
Yeah.
It just doesn't match.
It's like putting cheese on pancakes with syrup.
Cream cheese.
Cream cheese. I don't know. The sharpness of the beer doesn't match with the mellowness of the beer, so it's like you got to go one way or the other.
It just got weird. It's just a mashup of. I mean, you got gooseberry. I don't even know what the fuck that is. You got melon. You got hibiscus, and then you're throwing the flavor profile in of the hops.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's too much.
And then you're throwing in caramel, and you're throwing in.
But I mean, just the fruits. I mean, you got a berry, you got a melon, and then you got hibiscus. Like, I would start with stuff simple, like, okay, let's try a passion orange IPA. Flavors we know that go together.
Yeah.
You're doing gooseberry, melon, and fucking hibiscus. You don't know if those fucking go together because no one's ever made a drink with those three things in them.
Yeah, and then you get
know
the
what I
earthy
mean?
tones and stuff.
And then now you're throwing in some like fucking herbs.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I don't think they thought it through. I feel like they just mashed some fucking flavors together, and they're like, I think it might be good.
That's kind of what beer is a lot of times, but this one didn't work
No,
out.
but I mean, you can start with a basis of like a knowledge base.
You know what works well with each other.
Yeah, like chocolate chip and mint. Like chocolate and mint, we know work
or
well
chocolate
together.
and peanut butter.
But if you don't put it well together, you can have that fucking Christmas beer we had, which was disgusting. That peppermint shit. But anyway,
the thing with beer is like sometimes the best beers are just like keep it simple. You know, keep it simple, stupid. What goes well in okay, so we've been talking about that Great Notion beer, right?
I feel if you
what
keep
works, right? You get the syrup with the maple syrup
and the bready sweet,
and
the sweet breadiness.
Yeah, the sweet breadiness.
That's all you need. You got pancakes in a bottle
and chocolate and
even coffee would work with that.
That's all like breakfast things. You get it's like a pancake with fucking maple syrup and chocolate chips and fucking a cup of coffee with it.
Oh
like
man, chocolate chip pancakes with a cup of coffee.
Like
shit.
Belching Beaver's peanut butter milk stout. You know why it does so well? Because peanut butter and chocolate and milk fucking go together like a fucking champ.
That's my point. Is
keep it simple.
We go with fucking kiwi strawberry or something. You know what I mean? We know shit works together.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bases you can start with. There's hibiscus teas that have flavors with them, but I'm pretty sure I've never heard of a gooseberry melon hibiscus tea. You know what I mean?
Do a hibiscus honey brute IPA.
There you go.
And make it sparkling.
There you go.
And dry. Like,
dude.
Come on, man. Use local honey from a local fucking
Honey-bound Hawaii, guys.
There you go.
Hit them up.
I think that would have been a better choice to go hibiscus honey, brute IPA. That sounds fucking amazing. With like local honey.
Dude,
and local hibiscus.
Do you know anybody that brews beer? Because I think like I can get the honey.
I know somebody.
and I know there's
I know a few
hibiscus
people.
fucking everywhere.
A few people.
Okay,
But,
just putting that out there, you know.
Kona, I want to love you, but you're giving me so many reasons not to. I'm sorry, man.
You know,
This
Maui's by far the superior big brewer in Hawaii.
I'm gonna finish this just because.
Yeah, because I don't want any more of it.
But celebrating 25 years.
Woo!
I sound like such a dick. If
You
any
know,
of
we're
these
not
guys see
haters.
it,
We're not
but
hating. We're not hating. We're just being honest. It's not a good beer. You could have brewed something better.
For your 25th anniversary
Exactly,
beer, you better
exactly.
come with it, bro.
Come with it. But that sums up tonight's Inappropriate Bar Talks. Beer tasting.
Disappointing. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was Kona Brewing's Hibiscus Brewed IPA. If you want to check it out, it comes out in Hawaii pretty soon, and I think it comes out on the mainland in September.
We still got that double-digit viewer hype. Even though it was a shitty beer, you know. Hey.
Tonight, it got the thumbs down. What can you
But
do?
that's right. You know why? Because we're fucking having a good time, right?
That's what we do.
Yeah.
And it's thanks to all you guys being here with us. We're
Yes.
live every Wednesday, 8 p.m. or 5 p.m.
Get
Hawaiian
it right,
time.
bro. Get it right.
Twitch.tv/Inappropriate Bar Talk. Follow us on Instagram at Inappropriate Bar Talk and on Twitter at IBT Podcast. Just doing a little rundown. If you haven't been here before, welcome. We
Yes.
talk about weekly topics. We do beer tastings. We do unboxings. We talk about what you guys want to talk about. Join the conversation and be part of the fun.
Yeah.
This is what it's all about.
You know, this is going to be, there's a couple sad things we talked about, obviously, this show already. The Philippines being one of them. There's another one I want to get into. Obviously, the Philippines had a bunch of earthquakes this week so far. My girlfriend's out there, so I'm very worried about her and obviously her family and all my other friends out there that I got. It's crazy. Like, there's a lot of fucking earthquakes just happening. A lot of them. But, you know, that's Mother Earth. There's nothing we can do to control that, unfortunately. One thing I do want to talk about is the Sri Lanka bombings that went on happen on Easter. Unfortunately, another act of terrorism. Jihadist extremists have ISIS, in fact, have actually claimed. They're claiming it now.
Did ISIS claim it?
Yeah, ISIS came out and said,
nobody was
it was
claiming it.
us. Yeah. And who knows, you know what I mean, if it was them or not. But basically what happened is, like, multiple sites
I don't know, man.
around.
ISIS is kind of getting weak right now.
I think
don't
they
know.
are.
Maybe
I think they're
did
just
it
taking
to-
credit. But
Yeah, I don't
but
know.
the bottom
But
line
still,
is
yeah,
it
it's still
doesn't
horrible.
matter what faction of Islamic jihadists or whatever. The bottom line is it's a world war, I think, that's going on.
I mean,
Against Islamic extremists. I want to specify. It's extremists. You know,
This is obviously a religious thing because it was done in churches. And
well, yeah, they bombed Catholic churches, and it wasn't just religious. They also bombed some of the
Hotels.
major hotels
Yeah.
because they know, obviously, that's where the white people stay, and the white people are majority Christian or Catholic. They're not Muslim.
Right. Well, it's against.
So-
it's a war against the West, and
Yeah. So, unfortunately, that went down. There were some Americans killed, which I always think it's weird when they're like, oh, yeah, 200 people were killed, and, like, 9 of them were Americans. Who gives a shit? Like, people died. I don't care if they're American,
local Sri
Lankan, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, they were just people trying to go to Easter service and pay their respects and worship.
and probably have a nice day. Like,
Yeah,
with
they were
family
they just
and
wanted to
shit.
have an exactly with family, and it's come to a point where it's like you can't even do that. You can't. It's like going to church is one of the most dangerous things you can do nowadays.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
I mean,
And I was like, I remember, like, I remember when I was young. Like, you don't talk about people's religion, just like you didn't talk about people's politics. It was like there was a level of respect, mutual respect. You know what I mean? Like,
there were
hey,
just lines you just don't.
you don't cross.
Yeah.
And like those lines have gone out the window with all this like, let's all be one fucking thing, which I'm not against. Like, I'm all for uniting and making a better world. But
Well, there's the viewpoint where it's like, let's all just.
where there's a viewpoint of
Respect
let's unite and respect each other, and there's
other.
a viewpoint
Yeah.
of either follow my shit or I'm gonna fucking
I'm
blow
gonna-
you
yeah,
up.
exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying is I think there's a worldwide war right now going on against Islamic jihadist extremists. And it's fucking crazy, dude. It's fucking crazy.
Religious wars have been fought for long.
Yeah, but it's like so fucking worldwide now, man. Okay, so we have a new thing here. I have a timer. So I'm gonna put a timer on this because we could probably talk about this for hours. So I'm gonna do this real quick, Chris. I'm gonna give us what? How long you want to talk?
Let's do 20 minutes.
20 minutes? Okay.
And then when we hit the 20 minutes, we can decide where we're at. But I think 20 minutes.
How many seconds is 20 minutes? It does it by seconds.
20 times. So 1,200 minutes or seconds.
12,000 seconds.
12,000. Yeah, it's right around there somewhere.
No, that's 3 hours. Okay, so let's minus 0. 20 minutes. Okay, we got 20 minutes going. You guys can't see the timer, but I'm keeping track of it. So again.
Okay, so there was also disturbing news in the fact that apparently authorities got information that these attacks were possible. They
were alerted about these possible attacks.
It wasn't known what the attacks were specifically going to be,
but they had enough.
They had an idea.
They had enough information where they assumed they could have stopped a minimum of half of the attacks, is what I think the report was saying. So there was 8 bombings in total, 8 or 9, and they're claiming they could at least stop 4, maybe 5 of them with the intelligence that they had.
Yeah, and in this horrible act, there were 300 people killed and nearly 500 people wounded. We know what happened at 3 major hotels, and also I believe it was
some big churches too during
5
service.
Different churches.
By the way, would you grab me a beer? Sorry.
Yeah.
But kind of what I wanted to say was, it's not only big things like this. Well, I'm gonna hold off on that actually. I'll talk about that after. But stuff like this, it's sickening, man. It's like these people are literally some of the better people because they actually went to church that day. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was lazy and I was like, I didn't get up, I didn't go to church. I was hungover. I went to your bar's anniversary the night before. But I mean, they just wanted to go and have a nice Sunday and they get blown up, dude. It's like, why are you gonna attack innocent people? That's the most cowardly thing you can do, to me.
It's all about sending the message, and it's a terrible fucking message that nobody should fucking follow. Like,
the message to me is, I'm a coward. I'm gonna attack. It's like beating up a little kid or a girl.
It's exactly what it feels like. Sometimes it's like you're killing innocent people that aren't declaring war against you, even.
So you're trying to show you're tough, and you like beat up a puppy. You know what I mean? Like,
or you kill like an innocent
fight a bear.
animal.
You want to show you're tough? Beat up a bear.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you beat up a puppy.
Animal can fucking fight. A bear can fight back.
If you want you want to scare me.
But I get what you're saying, and I get where you're coming from. But it's just
How do you feel about when I say I think there's a world war against Islamic jihadists?
I think against extremists. I think they're the biggest form of terrorism that, like, the most influential part of terrorism there is that exists today.
And when I say world war, it's like it doesn't matter what, even if there's countries we're not allies with, they're being attacked by jihadists. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
this happens everywhere. I mean, it happens in a lot of countries,
Yeah.
It happens in Asia, it happens in Europe, it happens in America, it happens everywhere.
Oh, shit. There's another topic I wanted to bring up that I totally forgot to message you about.
Okay.
And it kind of goes along with this.
Well, what was it?
So, the Pope, I forget his name right now. I forget what Pope it was. But apparently he's reached out to the Muslim community, and he wants to make a one-world religion.
Oh, yeah?
We'll get into that later. Maybe we'll save that for next week, because that's a big topic. Because that's like the book of Revelations kind of shit.
Really?
Yeah. We'll get into that later. But basically what it is he's trying to say, oh, there's no reason we need to be... And I'm not opposed to uniting. But you can't I'm going off on a tangent. I don't want to. I've been trying to keep things
Where's
on
that
topic.
conspiracy
Yeah,
theory
yeah.
shit?
Hold on, guys. I'm not going to get into this yet, but we're going to let's talk about this next week, okay? Let's write this down. We're going to talk about this next week.
You know, I don't know if we need to get too deep into this. I mean, we know what happened. It was a horrible fucking thing.
It is.
You know,
but
you can't help but think about like what these people did at the mosque in New Zealand not too long ago too. You know what I mean? Like that was
now
horrendous
maybe
and despicable too. So
like,
what?
Again,
they were doing the same thing. They were going. To,
oh yeah, it's terrible.
You know,
it's
they
terrible.
were going to mass. They were going to their
the
mosque.
And
to the mosque. For
I don't think
just a normal
again,
day.
and those people just wanted to go and worship their religion too.
Yeah,
and I don't think they should have been fucked with either.
So there's that too. So it's like, you know, religious persecution is just like it's fucking crazy, dude.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
People get fanatical and they can get brainwashed by this kind of stuff too. You know what I mean? By these radical points of view that people.
No, I mean, like if you say brainwashed, then I kind of feel like you're saying certain religions are
cold.
I would say maybe passionate about their religious following.
I think it's
too passionate.
But if you get to the point where you say these people are infectious
and they need to die, then then
race on our world, or
you get not what
that's going back to
you get radicalized.
You get radicalized.
Yeah, you can get radicalized. Yeah, Morris, what's up, man? Yeah, but look at how differently they have been reported on. Yeah, that's another thing too. See, there's so many aspects. So first of all, the Democratic Party's fucking new female leader AOC. I think she tweeted 14 times about the massacre in New Zealand, about the Muslims being attacked by Christians or Catholics or whatever, whoever it was. She didn't tweet one tweet, not even like, hey, my thoughts and prayers or nothing about Sri Lanka, because Muslims attacked Christians and Catholics. It doesn't play into their narrative, man. So she doesn't, not even nothing. Said not one tweet.
Yeah.
When you send 14 tweets about the
What's
previous, Alexia Ocasio-Cortez or some shit like that.
Are you talking about her? Or are you talking about the
AOC? I'm talking about AOC.
Okay.
So she sent out 14 tweets about the New Zealand attack, how racist white people are, and how we are the problem. Like, you know, all this kind of shit. Like, it's white people attacking brown people kind of deal. But this happens, not one word, not one peep, because it doesn't play to her political agenda. And that's sad. That's sad. On a whole nother level. Muslims believe that the Quran is literal word of God, so it cannot be changed. Okay.
Morris, what's up, by the way?
Yeah, what's up, man? But okay, so we got about 12 minutes to talk about this still, because I got the timer on. I honestly, okay, so I'm going to get a little bit to this world religion thing. So basically the new Pope, yeah, whatever his name is, I don't know. He's been like pushing towards this world religion. I don't know if you remember, but you went to Catholic school for about 3 years. I went to Christian school for about 3 years. We both extensively did some Bible research, and it was part of our curriculum. If you remember the book of Revelations, it says once there's a one world government and or religion, basically that's like the end of times. Okay?
Really?
Yeah. So I'm not trying to bring about the end of times in my fucking lifetime, all right? I want to be dead and gone many years.
Why does it bring about the end of time?
Because basically you can't unite a religion like
that believes in different things.
Islam and Christianity. It's just built on different beliefs. You have one religion that says, hey, if they don't want to listen and they don't want to believe, keep trying. You got to be patient and persevere. If they beat you, turn the other cheek, whatever. And you have another fucking religion that says, if they don't listen to what you're saying, set them on fucking fire, cut their heads off, they're non-believers. Right. Like, there's a religion of passion and education, and there's a religion of force and
death.
Dictatorship, basically. And it's like oppression.
Obedience.
It's oppression.
Yeah.
So they'll never be able to coincide, but if they ever do, basically it's not normal Islam, though. I understand. No, dude, you got to read the Quran. They all read the Quran. It's like saying that the Bible doesn't apply to Catholics. It all applies. Christians, Catholics, Protestant, whatever. They all come from the Bible, dude. Whether you're an extremist or not, you're all reading it. Unfortunately, the Quran says some crazy shit, like light the non-believers in a robe of fire. Like it's telling them to light people on fire. Never in the Bible does it say light people on fire if they don't believe. It says keep persevering to convince them to follow the Lord. Right. I mean, like, never was I in Christian school and they're like, hey,
I mean, that's
burn people if they don't fucking want to be saved. Right. Like, no. But, and again, I'm not bashing. If that's your belief, that's your belief. But you can't tell me I did see these passages in the Quran. It's in there.
Yeah.
So please, by all means, you want to explain them to me, explain them to me. But it says what it says. No, but the Bible isn't perfect. I never said it was either. Yeah. But it doesn't tell you to light people on fire or cut their heads off. And again,
I mean, there are instances where God is pretty harsh on people.
Oh, he's
that don't believe in it and stuff like that.
Does too. He always gives people the option. In the book, you always have the option, and the people make the wrong option, they get disciplined.
Right.
That's life. Sheiks believe Jew/Catholic/Islam is all alike, I'm guessing. Linked. Oh.
It's all linked. I mean, it all comes back from a certain part. Obviously, like, Jerusalem is, like, seen as one of those, like, places where all religions were born.
Kind of, like, branched out of,
yeah. It kind of all came out of one place. Like, there was one God at one point, and then everybody kind of, there were prophets that came out of each religion.
Dude, what if
made their own, rules and guidelines.
What if it was like the first pyramid scheme, and everybody just said, like, fuck you, no, fuck you, and they all broke up and did their own, and religion's just all a bunch of pyramid schemes. I'm just saying, how fucked up would that be?
I mean, there are a lot of aspects.
I'm just putting it out there, guys. Just putting it out there.
Where you have to believe, you have to have faith, you have to blindly follow things that you may not know are true, because you just believe that that's what your God says is to be true. And I don't have a problem with anybody doing that or believing in what they want to believe in, as long as you're not inflicting harm upon other people. I mean, there were times where the Crusades were horrible.
Morris is saying that the pagans were around long before, and there were many religions before Jesus was made up. But who's to say? So Jesus is supposed to be the Son of God. Doesn't mean God wasn't around.
Well, there was the Old Testament and the New Testament.
Right. And the Old Testament's very different from the New Testament.
Yeah. So,
because the Old Testament said eye for an eye, and then the New Testament's more like turn the other cheek.
I mean, where are we going with this?
I don't know. And I think that's kind of how the whole world feels.
Are we going to the book of Revelations? Are we coming to the end of the world?
I don't know, man.
Is this a scary conversation?
Is this a scary fucking conversation? Dude, we got earthquakes popping off like crazy. We got the Pope trying to unify with Islam. We got nuclear war about to pop off at anybody. Dude, who knows, bro? Who fucking knows? Tune in to Inappropriate Bar Talk to find out if it's the end of the world.
It's all doom and gloom here. You know what? If that ever goes down, we're going to be live broadcasting until the end of
getting drunk.
End of days.
Fuck it. I'll be smoking weed on stream. I don't care if we get banned at that point. The stories on the Bible were also in previous religions.
Y'all motherfuckers need Jesus. That's what.
Yeah, that's sound clip.
Yeah.
Sound clip.
All right. But regardless, what happened in Sri Lanka was fucking terrible.
Yes.
It was horrible. And, man, I don't know, man. You never know what's going to happen sometimes. Just make sure you tell the people close to you that
you love them, man, for sure.
And make sure that you just do the right thing. Just be a good person.
Some people think the right thing is throwing gays off of buildings.
No, I mean, be a good person.
Do me a favor, though. Wipe your lip. You got like a weird like spit thing going on. It's grossing me out. Drink some water. Just drink some.
On my lip? What?
It was like a stringy, and then it went up, and then you wiped it, and I don't know where it went. So just drink some water. I'd feel better. Thank you.
Makes you feel better.
Thanks.
That just happened.
It does.
All right, let's move on.
I love that thing. Okay, yes, let's move on.
Moving on.
Let's talk about something else. Something more positive. Should we talk about Kanye?
Okay, yeah. So kind of sticking on like churches and
Yeah.
religion and things of that nature. Kanye held a giant Sunday service at Coachella this past week.
Okay.
And for the low price of $50, you could get a pair of Kanye socks, or you could have got
$220 sweater. They were ugly as shit, by the way. Hold on, I'll pull this up.
Yeah, let's get a video of what was going on. Of course, Kim Kardashian wearing her like bikini outfit with sweatpants.
So this is what Kanye was selling. These sweaters, which were like literally basic ass sweaters.
Can you zoom on that at all?
I don't think I can. No. Oh wait. Oh. Can. There we go.
There you go.
So really basic, maybe like velour-looking sweaters. I don't know. $225, $165, or a $70 shirt or $50 socks.
Like literally, I feel like you could buy that at Sunday.
I could make
for like
that shit. I could make that shit from a sweater I got from Goodwill. I've never liked Kanye's lines, dude. His shoes, his fucking clothes, they're all like derelict fucking ass shit, dude.
And look at this chick wearing the mask. Like, what the fuck is what are you like?
There's a lot of fucking shit going around.
No, I mean I get it, but the fuck?
She probably didn't even know.
Okay,
she was in the
yeah,
picture.
play that video. Okay, so a lot of this was live broadcasted through this weird peephole fucking shit.
Artsy. So he wasn't even on stage though. He was like in the grass.
Yeah, he was on top of like a hill.
Yeah, flipping them like in the fucking This person knows what's up.
But it's weird and cultish to me. Like everybody wears the same like outfits, and he's the one singing Jesus Walks. You know what I mean? He's not like praising Jesus, but
he's trying to say he is Jesus.
He's trying. That's what I'm saying.
So here's the thing with this whole thing. I think he meant well, and I think he's trying to improve his public image because he's getting a lot of hate because he's a Trump supporter. Hey man, stay strong, dude. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. But yeah, I think he's trying to improve his public image. I guess they've been on that article. They were saying that he's been appearing more in the Keeping Up with the Kardashians, trying to show he's like a nice guy. Blah 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 blah. But I do feel the uniforms are a little cultish. Yeah,
a little bit.
And apparently, this isn't the first time he's done this. He's been doing these Sunday services.
Yeah.
Where I don't know. I hope he's not trying to start a cult. But it does kind of resemble that. I can see where you're coming from. Hopefully he's just trying to like put a positive vibe out there and let people do their own religions. But yeah, if he starts a cult, then that's a problem.
So there was this. Okay, so there's.
I
want to
say what's up to this person though. What is that? Orchid
gel.
Orchid gel. What's up, man? Okay, go on.
No, there was a good little paragraph in here that kind of sums up my thoughts a little bit. It says, of course, this being a Kanye West production, the setup itself was striking. Lines and lines of singers snaked through the grassy hillside terrain, decked out in a uniform of muted, flowered garments. Nothing if not consistent.
Oracle.
Oh, Oracle. Jesus.
That's... Anyway, go ahead. What's up, man?
Nothing if not consistent in his vision. West returned to one of his favorite visuals, an assemblage of people standing very still and slightly apart for a long period of time wearing earth tones. Swap out tunics for elevated Spanx and it would have looked like a Yeezy fashion show. A full band grooved on, the music peppered with vocal harmonies and Easter-appropriate exaltations. But, you kind of like look into this and you're kind of like, okay, I get these Sunday services things he wants to do, and he kind of just wants to have this like group of people who are like-minded being there to celebrate God or to celebrate him.
I don't
and
think
God,
they're necessarily.
or-
I don't think they're necessarily celebrating God. I think they're just celebrating like a positive vibe, which again is kind of how
I mean,
cults start.
look at the shit he was selling.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too. He's definitely
You're putting
playing...
Jesus Christ on your
Yeah,
fucking clothes.
Yeah,
like
you're
what is
right,
that
you're right.
saying? You're playing to a higher being at this point. Jesus Christ being obviously one of the most influential figures in Christian
Ever.
religion, the
Ever.
influential figure and God, obviously, but it's weird to me. It's really like it's really
it's cultish. I get that.
It's developing a little bit of this
It
mental.
looked like the red dirt shirts. Maybe the color's a little off, but they're like purplish pink,
yeah,
kind of a pink
Yeah.
purple color,
like earth tone, like brown,
like a lavender.
like dirty brown, gray, white to like.
No, she's talking about what they were wearing.
Yeah. I'm saying the clothes were.
Oh no, maybe she's talking about the clothes. Yeah, they
Yeah.
did kind of look like the red dirt.
But they have they're earthy tones.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So, I don't know, man.
Kanye, stay strong, brother. Oh, and that
was
was the timer
that
for
was the
the
timer.
for
Okay.
the Sri Lanka thing, I think.
But I don't know. I see more and more of these Kanye things, and I'm like,
Forgot about that thing.
is this a move to just promote yourself, and you just believe in God, or in like I don't know. He's always had this. He's always been called Yeezy, or had the like world view of things or whatever. But he's.
I don't even think that, dude. I think I don't know. I think he's just trying to show a positive public figure, but
I mean,
he's
Nas trying to
bordering
do that
he's
shit
bordering
too for a while.
cultism with that whole look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And maybe he's trying to be more one with the earth. That's why he didn't perform on the stage. He's performing on like the hillside. I don't fucking
You
know.
fucking remember what happened in what was the documentary? Fucking
Wild Wild Country.
Wild Wild Country.
Yeah.
Where
Like,
everybody
everything
was just like, hey, we're just celebrating in the fields. We're just having a
Yeah.
good time. We're a bunch of hippies just like fucking
Then they're poisoning
chilling
towns
and then all of a
shit,
sudden
blowing up buildings.
Kanye's got fucking
Kanye's
money, dude.
influential, dude. He's influential.
He's got money. He can build communities out in the middle of fucking nowhere
He could.
and do his own shit.
He could.
I'm just saying this is how shit starts.
Kanye, don't be a crazy fucker. You're representing Donald, bro. Don't fuck us up. We got enough fucking problems
And
as
this
it
whole
is.
video through like a peephole is also very odd.
Open your eyes, bro. That's what he's trying to tell you. Stop looking through the...
But apparently he's with Def Jam, so.
Look like the red dirt shirts, his merch, I mean. Revelations. Yeah.
Revelations is coming, man. I don't know.
So on the topic of church, I wanted to bring this up because this is some local news, and this shit really pissed
Alright,
me
I'll
off,
be right back.
dude. This shit pissed me off. I'm gonna play the little report.
Meantime, on Maui, police there investigating
Hey, why can't I make this
an
full
act of
screen?
vandalism that happened at a Maui church. The crime
Come on, man.
occurred in a side chapel at St. Anthony's Catholic Church in Wailuku.
Our Ben Gutierrez spoke with the pastor of the church about the damage and whether he thinks this was a hate crime. Ben?
Sean, Steph, the chapel was trashed sometime overnight and was discovered today by women arriving for the morning mass.
So this morning, 4 of the ladies came and called me and says, Father, the whole front door is thrashed.
This is what the women found when they came to open the St. Damien Chapel for the morning services. Father Roland Bunda immediately went to the chapel and found a mess.
When I entered the chapel, it was devastated. We have a big picture of Our Lady of Guadalupe torn down. The relic of St. Anthony was covered, and the candles, everything was thrashed.
Flowers had been ripped apart and scattered throughout the chapel. The crucifix behind the altar was desecrated.
They thrashed the holders for the candles and for the flowers. They put it outside, and the little infant Jesus, they cut off the fingers, the hand, you know.
Father Bunda says the chapel is usually locked at night, but somehow that was overlooked on Easter Sunday, which is the most important celebration for Christians.
We had mass in the morning, but we didn't have a 5 p.m. mass, okay? And we usually close it, you know, after. So somehow we forget to close the chapel.
But looking at the amount of damage, Bunda believes it was more than just a crime of opportunity.
We went in there, everything is all thrashed. It was almost like trying to send a message, you know, like I don't know if it's hate message or something.
What fucking
Despite
meth
what
does
happened,
people.
Father Bunda says it's still important to keep the chapel open for everyone.
Nothing happens during the day, you know, but it's at night, so I guess we have to be more vigilant, and locking the thing.
Maui police have told us they have opened a burglary investigation, but they haven't said.
All right. So basically what happened was the day before Easter, they forgot to lock the church up. And someone went in there and just like destroyed the church in Maui. It's in Maui. And again, this goes to what I'm saying is I think unfortunately there's a world war on a world war fought being kind of battled on the religious front. And it's kind of hard to. I'm hoping that Notre Dame wasn't on purpose, and I'm hoping that was an accident. But they said they did. I did read an article that they caught 2 Muslim ladies with gas and shit on them, like a week before that it actually happened.
Okay.
So, with that going on, with the stuff in Sri Lanka going on, I mean, it's worldwide. It's not just in America versus the Middle East or Europe versus the Middle East. It's fucking worldwide, dude. And it's unfortunate that people don't have the respect anymore of religion. Like, let people worship what they want to worship and don't fucking bother them. And it goes both ways.
Yeah.
But what it is these assholes on either end of the spectrum, the extremists on both sides, making everybody in the middle suffer. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
You're serving way less people than you think you are, kind of deal with the actions you're taking. Like,
right.
You're not serving the world good. You're serving you're serving an extremist point of view that barely anybody, like less than 1% of the world fucking believes.
Less than 1% of the small percentage of your religion believes.
Yeah.
It's not even the world. It's literally your religion, your percentage of religion. Let's say, Christianity is 50%. Let's say Muslims are 30%, whatever. You're 30%. You're less than 1% of that 30%, and you're destroying people's stuff, and you're making everybody else look like assholes.
I almost think it's like more of a notoriety and fame thing to a lot of people than it is anything
like
religious.
They're sitting there laughing like, haha, we got on the news.
Like yeah, we're on the news. We got their names put
out there. But again,
there.
that's no respect. Like, there's certain things, like, even when we were young, there's things you don't fuck with. And that's churches, is one. Graves is another. You know what I mean? Anything that's sacred to another person, you don't fuck with that
people
shit.
Are horrible, man.
Some people just have no respect, dude. And that's where our society's going. And it's fucking sad.
And I think, like, social media and stuff has a lot to do with that.
The worst thing, dude. I think social media is what's ruining the world.
It's now you used to like back when we were even kids.
Yeah.
When it was just like basically you got your news from the nightly news and like a newspaper. Like that was basically like
and they reported
your
things,
notoriety.
They reported the
there.
facts, not their opinions.
Yeah. And it's just now that shit gets spread so fast and so far in such a short amount of time.
And it doesn't even matter if it's true. They just who's the first to report it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's true. And that's the problem.
Sensationalism and
it's the instant gratification that we have as a society.
Yeah.
That fucks over being told true facts.
Yeah.
They just want the instant gratification that we were the first to the story. Oh, yeah, we might have reported like 9 facts wrong. Well, you didn't fucking tell me the story then. You told me the wrong fucking story.
Yeah.
Oh, but we were the first to tell you.
Well,
yeah, but fuck you told me the wrong story.
If you slap that sensationalist headline on top of the fucking page and it gets 1 million fucking views because
you don't care.
You don't care about...
That's the problem. People stop caring. People start taking... there's no accountability.
You don't care about the true facts of the story anymore. It becomes just sensationalist nonsense.
Bullshit, dude. It's fucking bullshit.
Like social media is fucking... there's certain parts of it I love, and there's certain parts of it where I'm just like, I can't take this shit anymore.
Chris just loves the memes.
I just love the memes.
He just
I
loves
really
the memes.
do. I love the memes.
He just loves
I love
the
to
memes.
laugh. I love to be happy. I love to have fun. Okay.
Yeah. None of this shit going on is fun. Destroying churches, destroying schools, even government offices. It's just not funny. It's not fun. You guys are just fucking idiots. Knock that shit off.
Stupid fucking idiot.
Yeah. That's all I got to say about that.
We literally
good.
we don't live in an age of bliss anymore.
We don't, unfortunately.
Like ignorant bliss anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not in the Matrix anymore.
But let's close up with some fun stuff. Okay. Let's talk about this right here. Let's talk about this right here. This is funny.
We're just like doom and gloom right now.
Yeah. Let's happy up the show.
Okay.
Let's
bring it back around.
Let's happy it up.
Let's get some shit back in here.
There we go. Okay.
Did you watch the meteor shower you messaged me about?
So I charged my camera, right? I was all, hey, there's Raph.
There he is.
There he is. So I charged my camera all up, right? So there was a meteor shower this past Monday, I believe.
Monday night.
I was all
early Tuesday morning.
Yeah, I was all excited about it. And I got my camera all charged up, and I got like super baked. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go watch this meteor shower. And then I fell asleep on the couch. I woke up at like 4 a.m. on the couch. I was like, oh, meteor shower is pretty much over. Sun's coming up. I'm going to bed. So that was that. Less war, less crime, live together longer, less abstract poverty. Seems like the best time to be alive. Yeah.
It's just caring for one another other than just being better than everybody else.
Yeah, everybody's worried about their fucking status. Why don't you just be a nice fucking person?
Just live your life and be happy with who you are. Why the fuck do you got to be better?
I just
than
try to be a nice
everybody
person,
else?
man. I just try to like, hey, I'll hold a door open for a
Fucking
lady.
people, dude.
It's fine. Not
If you
gonna
don't like
ruin my
me,
day.
if you don't like me, fine. You don't like me. You know what? Life goes fucking on.
Yeah.
This is like, I don't know. I don't know. Ugh.
If you don't like me,
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, did you hear about all the Samsung phones
breaking?
The new fold?
Yeah, the fold phones.
So these things are $2,000 phones, and
well, because it's like you have two phones.
yeah,
But
it's
they
$1,000
fucking
each.
break.
But apparently, people have been folding these things and cracking the.
I was reading within like days, like 3 days.
And there's apparently a little protective screen on the top of the phones that people were peeling off that you're not supposed to peel off. There was nothing on there that said don't peel this off or anything like that. But apparently people were peeling them off the phones and destroying their fucking phones. So they have these. So Samsung.
So they should have to replace the screen.
Samsung has completely halted sales of this phone. But yeah, apparently like there's been numerous times where the screen is just broke or something's gone wrong with it. And it's just been a fucking debacle. There are people who...
Why do you need a phone that folds in half anyway?
Because people like to have a tablet on them as well as a phone, I guess. I can kind of see that,
Dude,
but...
my phone is big enough. I don't need a tablet.
Not for $2,000.
I don't need a tablet. My phone's big enough.
Yeah. I mean, if you carry a fucking laptop bag, you can put a decent-sized tablet in there.
You don't even need a laptop bag. You just need a backpack or a purse. You can put a fucking tablet in there.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean...
It's just the newest. It was the newest
it's the cool
fad.
thing. I mean, being able to fold a screen is pretty fucking cool. I'll give you that.
It's cool, but is it necessary?
No, it's absolutely not necessary.
How about this? How about you just make the screen not break in my fucking pocket? Well, I don't need to fold it. Just make it not break in my pocket.
Oh, that's the Apple phone problem, bro. I don't know what you're
I don't have that problem. My phone, bro, no screen protector, nothing. Good to go. Okay?
But yeah, so the foldable phones aren't working very well. Samsung's stopped.
It's
all
an
sales
Android
on
thing,
them.
right?
And yeah, it is.
Okay.
Take your win now. Samsung has had the exploding batteries and now the breaking foldable phones. I think really this was in a rush for them to compete with Huawei, who came out with their foldable phone that apparently is.
Dude, first of all, I bought a hotspot from them.
Huawei?
And I used it in the Philippines. And that fucker did not stay charged for shit.
You know you're supporting Iranian supporters.
Oh, I thought they were Chinese.
They're Chinese, but apparently they've been... well, what's her name got fucking detained? The CEO got detained in Canada. Remember
I didn't know that.
shit?
No, I forgot about that.
In Huawei, the whole Huawei thing.
I remember you now because we talked about
got
this.
Detained in Canada because they were selling phones to countries that were on like the terrorist list, basically.
Oh, so they were making fucking IED detonators, is what you're saying?
No, they were just selling their products to countries that they weren't supposed to.
Oh, hey, what's up, Mo? How you doing? We're just actually getting close to wrapping it up, but you actually are just in time. I was going to bring something up. There's only a couple stories. I wanted Chris to talk about this because I thought this was funny. It's one of my favorite bands.
Get into it.
No, you bring it up, bro. It's your story.
Let's get right.
Hey, we got 12 viewers, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. We're Inappropriate Bar Talk. We do this every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Hawaii time. We do beer tastings. Tonight we tasted Kona Brewing Hibiscus Brute IPA. Unfortunately, we didn't like it too much. So we got 2 thumbs down. But if you like what you're watching, we do this again every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Hawaii time. Check out whatever time that is for you locally. Hit that follow button. Don't be shy. If you got that subscribe, hit that too. Don't be shy.
All right, so...
What was that?
I feel like when I wear regular shoes.
So, a survey by UK's National Cybersecurity Center analyzed passwords belonging to accounts worldwide that have been breached. Several combinations have made up the top 10.
It's hot in here.
While Blink 182 was the most popular musical artist and Superman the most common fictional character. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 was the runaway winner with 23.2 million accounts using the easy to crack code. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 was used by 7.7 million, while the QWERTY QWERTY and password were each used by more than 3 million accounts. Ashley and Michael were the most common names used for passwords.
Ashley and Michael?
Followed by Daniel, Jessica, and Charlie.
Okay.
Liverpool topped the table of Premier Football League clubs uses password with Chelsea, Arsenal, and Manchester United, or Man UTD, making up the rest of the top 4. Manchester City, Man City. Man City. By contrast, would finish 11th place.
Sounds fun.
So the 10 most common passwords were: if you have these passwords, you probably should change
your fucking password.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 3, QWERTY. Number 4, password. Number 5, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Stupid fucking idiot.
Number 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 7, ABC 1, 2, 3.
I don't give a fuck.
Number 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And number 9, password 1. And number 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But was this...
Do you know the way?
Was that a password?
Oh.
Well, everyone's going to know your password now.
Don't be telling everybody my password.
Everybody, Chris's password is...
Do you know the way?
Go hack his accounts.
I Love You just missed out on the top 10, while Monkey and Dragon made a surprise appearances in the top 20.
Hey, what's up, Chad? Hey, how you doing, bro? We're drunk and awesome right now. That's how we're doing. iThirsty says mine is inappropriate bar talk. Nobody would guess that. Thank you. That's a really
confidence
good
builder.
Yeah.
Thank you. Plenty of users also use passwords as an opportunity to employ an array of colorful swear words. So it's probably like "fuck you in the ass" or
fuck my boss in the fucking mouth throat hole. Sorry, Dad. Sorry, that's not my password. I promise.
The NCSC recommended using 3 random but memorable terms in a password to reduce the risk of having an account breached.
Tits, pussy, asshole. Those are my passwords. I'm just kidding.
Password reuse is a major risk that can be avoided. Nobody should protect sensitive data with something that can be guessed, like their first name, local football team, or favorite band.
Blink 182.
Using hard to guess passwords.
Inappropriate bar talk 1. Yes.
Yes.
If you guys want to hack iThirsty's website, it's iThirsty.com.
Get free hacks.
iThirstyHawaii.com, I believe, right?
iThirstyHawaii.com. Use password inappropriate
just
bar
make
talk
sure
1 to get access to whatever you want.
Whatever you want, and just send us some gear too, because we love our gear. Obviously, that's why we're rocking. I feel like we should do a shot that we're someone's password.
Not anymore, but
well, yeah, he's gonna have to at least change it to inappropriate bar talk 2.
2.
Thank you, guys. We're here at least for another 20 minutes.
How are those? Yeah.
Chris, let's pour up those shots, guys. If you got the shot emotes, hit them up in the chat, guys. Hit them up in the chat. Let's line them up and knock them down.
Get them up. Get them up.
So we got more stuff for you guys. Oh, sweet, man. Chad, you're always taking care of us, bro. We appreciate that, man.
Thank you.
We're going to have to make you guys like a sponsor or something of this thing. We have to you have to send me a logo so I can pop this up somewhere.
Babe, you want one?
There's only like one left.
They're in the
there.
fridge downstairs.
Do you want? No, yeah, no, yeah. There's only like one left. There you go. Oh! You're getting a double apparently.
Does it ever go back in the bottle?
Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
There's not much left.
Jesus.
What?
Jesus. Jesus. Oh, this guy. Green Day 720. Password. All right, guys. Put your shot emotes in the chat if you got them. Morris, I know you got it. Put them in the chat. Oh. This is the Inappropriate Bar Talk 1 for your passwords.
Are you guys hearing robots right now? What's that spoiler alert thing? What is that? Why is that soundbar up there?
Oh, it's stuck. No biggie. Just do this. See, it's just stuck.
I'm just worried people are hearing that.
No. Can you guys don't hear like a weird like buzz, do you?
It's been going on the whole episode and we haven't even said
It's the vibrator in Chris's seat. He's a pervert. Oh, anyway. Oh shit! I'm not even watching. There we go.
So there you go. If your password is Blink182, you may want to change it because I will hack your account tomorrow.
Yes, and I will too. Don't change it to take off your pants and jacket. That's like everybody's password. That's Blink182. Their porn account.
Yeah.
Is take off your pants and jacket.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Such a good CD.
Blink182 though. Hey, props to you guys still being relevant in 2019.
Bro,
I love Blink182. Don't get me wrong. I love Blink182. I think they're awesome. But the fact that people are still using your band as the password. I don't know if they're just discovering Blink182 in England or in fucking England these days or something. But why not?
Why not? Should we just finish that bottle and call it a night? Small things, true care. Your ride, best trip.
Always, I know you'll be
at my show. Okay, let's not sing to these people. Cobra Kai Season 2 is on now, but I'd rather watch Inappropriate Bar Talk. That's what I'm talking about.
Cobra Kai?
I haven't. I heard it's pretty good, though.
The first season was pretty good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything from
I'm waiting for Stranger Things Season 3.
I don't want to pay for a YouTube Red subscription, though, so I'm kind of out on that one. We don't pay YouTube for shit anymore. They fucking
fuck YouTube. We don't pay them because they don't pay us. All right, let's do one more shot and let's wrap this up, Chris. Unless you got something else you want to talk about.
Well, there was Donald Trump meeting with.
I'm gonna let you get away with
Twitter.
You bring up Trump. I'm gonna bring up Bernie. Okay.
What time is it?
It's 7:30.
An hour and a half. Okay.
We can do a half hour. You want to do 15 minutes with Trump, 15 minutes with Bernie?
I don't really care about Bernie. You act like I'm a Bernie supporter. I don't give
Oh,
a
you
fuck.
said you're a Bernie guy.
I'm going to the loot bin with you, brother. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I like that. No, so I kind of want to talk about Bernie because I feel like it goes beyond just Bernie. I think it's like an important thing we should talk about.
Well, okay, yeah, we'll finish with Donald Trump and Twitter because that's a bigger story anyway. Because nobody really gives a shit about what Bernie.
No, people, dude, this is all over the news. Okay. You don't know what Bernie's talking about? Okay,
let's see the story. I don't know the story. You popped that one up last minute on me, so
I kind of I know because I kind of just remembered about it, but it's not actually not even on the IBT. How come?
Although I think he's gonna be a popular candidate.
Bernie is, besides the fact that Bernie is a socialist millionaire. No, that's not what we're talking about tonight. I think that is what it is. What I want to talk about is he's coming out saying that He wants to make it legal for felons in prison to vote in elections. Just like so.
Is it felons who have served their time?
Okay, so we're gonna get into it. No.
Okay.
This is felons that are currently in prison. Okay. So let me just and
I mean, taking away voting is a big right. You know what I mean? But at the same time, okay, go ahead.
I want to see if here. I'm just gonna play this question from this girl. Monica, do you want to get involved in this? Okay, smart girl. Don't put the headphones on then. So let me just. What happened here? Did my computer freeze?
Oh, your mouse wheel isn't working again.
Don't fucking do this to me.
Uh-oh.
See, socialists getting my mouse all fucked up.
I'm in a happy zen zone and I'm going to stay there.
Good, good.
Senator Sanders, you have said that you believe that people with felony records should be allowed
Wait. We got double playing going on.
Fucking ads in the background. Bullshit.
There were many
I hate that shit, dude.
I hate that shit too. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
So let's go back. This girl, I guess it was like an open forum, and this girl asked this question.
Videos in the background.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Senator Sanders, you have said that you believe that people with felony records should be allowed
And we're buffering.
to vote while
there we
in
go.
prison. Does this mean that you would support enfranchising people like the Boston Marathon bomber, a convicted terrorist and murderer? Do you think that those convicted of sexual assault should have the opportunity to vote for politicians who could have a direct impact on women's rights?
Okay, thank you for the question, Ann. And let me just say this. What our campaign
this
is
is the
about,
last
and what
election,
I believe,
right?
No, this is
creating a
recent.
vibrant
Recent.
democracy. Today, as you may know,
This was.
we have one of the lowest voter
this was this
turnouts
week.
of any major country on
So
earth.
hold on, let me pause it before he gives his answer.
Yeah, sorry. Wait, no, go back.
Let me replay the girl's question real quick.
Senator Sanders, you have said that you believe that people with felony records should be allowed
What is going on?
I don't know what's going on here.
Dude, Spectrum's been
to
fucking my
vote
shit
while
up.
in prison. Does this mean that you would support enfranchising people like the Boston Marathon bomber, a convicted terrorist and murderer? Do you think that those convicted of sexual assault should have the opportunity to vote for politicians who could have a direct impact on women's rights?
Okay, so we're gonna pause it right there.
Who's she talking about?
Well, she said it. She said, "Do you think?" She said, "Bernie, you've been in favor of giving felons the right to vote while they're incarcerated and after they're released." Basically, is what he's always he's talked about.
She didn't say.
She
that.
didn't say that, but that's what he's talked about in the past.
But she's bringing it up.
Right. So she's bringing it up, and she said, "So would you give the Boston bomber the right to vote?"
Right.
Who's a convicted murderer and terrorist.
Gets it. I think everybody gets
So
it.
I think everybody should be on the same page as this. Bottom line is this. When you go to jail, you are stripped of your rights.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
You're imprisoned and you're stripped of your rights. You have no rights when you're in prison.
Right.
Why would you be given the right to vote?
Okay, she's bringing
You
up...
don't even have the right to really watch TV to know the issues.
Okay, let's continue. Let's just continue with the rest of the video.
Okay. I'm just going to let you know he doesn't answer the question. But we'll play it. We'll play it.
Let's play it.
Okay, thank you for the question.
Let's break it down after.
And let me just say this. What our campaign is about and what I believe is creating a vibrant democracy. Today, as you may know, we have one of the lowest voter turnouts of any major country on earth. I want to see us have one of the highest voter turnouts. And by the way, what we're seeing is more young people getting involved in the political process, but not enough. And in my view, if young people voted at the same percentage that older people voted in this country, we would transform this nation. But to get to your point, we live in a moment where cowardly Republican governors are trying to suppress the vote. And in fact, right here, as you may know, in New Hampshire, the legislature and the governor are working hard to make it more difficult for young people to vote. And to me, that is an incredibly undemocratic, un-American process. And I say to those people, by the way, if you don't have the guts to participate in free and fair elections, you should get another job and get out of politics. All right? So we got to...
I love her
here
face.
is-
Wait, go back to her
and
face
to
real
answer
quick.
your
I just want
question,
to
as it
like.
happens in my
look
own
at-
state of Vermont.
She's like,
From the very first, so here is
wait,
check it out.
look at this shit.
She's like, you still haven't answered my question.
And to answer your question, as it happens in my own state of Vermont, from the very first days of our state's history, what our Constitution says is that everybody can vote. That is true. So people in jail can vote. Now, here is my view. If somebody commits a serious crime, sexual assault, murder, they're going to be punished. They may be in jail for 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, their whole lives. That's what happens when you commit a serious crime. But I think the right to vote is inherent to our democracy. Yes, even for terrible people. Because once you start chipping away and you say, well, that guy committed a terrible crime, not going to let him vote. Or that person did that, not going to let that person vote. You're running down a slippery slope. So I believe that people who commit crimes, they pay the price. When they got out of jail, I believe they certainly should have the right to vote. But I do believe that even if they are in jail, they're paying their price to society, but that should not take away their inherent American right to participate in our democracy.
Okay, so that's what he says.
Applause for the answer.
Okay. Now, let me just ask you this to
Who
start
said
off
applause for the answer?
with. Whoever the CNN reporter is.
Oh, okay.
So let me ask you this. Do you think he even answered her question?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to go through the things he was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
He said he wants to allow felons in prison to vote to create a more vibrant democracy. You want to let murderers and rapists vote to create a more vibrant democracy. Instead of encouraging free people to vote, educating people. A lot of people don't vote because they don't know the issues. They're like, I don't know. I don't want to get involved. Educate the public that is free. Educate the youth properly. That'll create a vibrant democracy. He says he wants to create a higher voter turnout. So we're just going to, again, and this is the Democratic kind of point of view. It's the same thing that when they're trying to push for illegals, undocumented citizens, the right to vote. If you're
undocumented, you can't vote.
You shouldn't be able to, right? Because you're not technically a member of the United States of America, right? You shouldn't be allowed to.
You're probably not going to be in jail.
But Democrats were pushing for that too.
Okay.
So the higher voter turnout thing, with the Democrats pushing for illegals to vote and pushing for felons to vote now, it just shows me desperation. It's like we just need people to vote for us. Like we're just trying to buy votes. Because of course the felons are going to vote for the Democrats if they give them the right to vote, and they're probably going to hook them up with better meals and all that shit too.
Nobody wanted to vote for Hillary. That's the whole thing. That's
obvious. That's what the election was.
So they're breaking down the statistics.
It seems like a desperate ploy. We need to let the felons vote. We need to let the undocumented vote so that we got a chance, is what it seems like to me. Okay, and then he talks about young voters.
But felons voting don't inherently mean they're going to be voting for the Democratic candidate either.
If the Democrats are giving them hookups, they will. What do you think they're going to do? Just get them to vote and not hook them up? They're going to push that vote.
If they said, hey, the Democrats are the ones who got you this ability to vote, so you might want to think
exactly
that before you vote.
Exactly. So what else are they going to give us? That's the number one thing they're going to ask. Oh, they give us the right to vote. What other rights are they going to give us?
Right.
Bottom line is you're in prison. You've lost your rights. That's what prison is. You lost your rights. You're incarcerated.
Yeah.
You are property of the state. That's
if you
what being
committed
in
a
jail
heinous
is.
crime, and
It doesn't matter if you littered enough to go to prison. You are now property of the state. You have no rights. You're in prison. It doesn't matter what your crime is. If you're in prison, you have no rights. That's just what it is. I'm not making this up.
Right.
Ask anybody in prison.
So for anybody not in the U.S., you can't vote if you're convicted of a felony.
Right.
In the United States, you cannot vote in elections anymore.
Right.
You're not allowed to.
And I'm going to get into this a little bit later. I'm going to get into that a little bit later.
I think that's changed in a couple states now where once you serve your time, you can now vote in elections. But I think in most states you can't if you're a convicted felon.
So
and a felony is basically a larger charge.
I'm going to actually get into that. I want to get into that a little bit.
It's not including traffic infractions or a misdemeanor or things like that.
Right, but I just want to finish what he talked about, and then I want to get into what you're talking about.
Go ahead.
So he talked about he wanted higher voter turnout. I'm sorry, that's not turnout. Like you're baiting ballots right there. Yeah. Okay, younger voters. He said there's not enough younger voters. He's like, if more younger voters came out, we could make a change. But the bottom line is, younger voters, they're lazy. I was one of the very ones. Like I voted for Obama his first term. Second term, I was like, I didn't even vote. I didn't go. I just didn't care. So, if you want younger voters, you actually gotta appeal to them. You gotta make them care. You gotta make them want to come out and spend their time to come out and vote. Okay? Not, we need younger voters, but you guys aren't voting, so we're just gonna go get these criminals to vote. That doesn't play there. Okay? No. He's saying that Republicans are going out and suppressing the vote by making it harder for young people to vote. I don't know what he means by that. I don't know what the Republicans are doing to make it harder for young people to vote. All I know is the voting age is 18. If you're 18, you can vote. I don't know. I know that Dems were trying to push for the voting age to be 16, but let's be honest. At 16, even at 18, you really don't know what's going on. There's a select few that do. You know, I don't want to generalize everything. Yeah. There's a select few that really care, and they're up to date and they know what they're doing. But for the most part, a 16, 17, 18-year-old doesn't give two shits other than what's in his car and if he's getting laid that weekend, and if he's partying or what.
For the most part.
Right.
You're still living under your parents' roof,
right,
probably, and you don't earn an income. You don't have any effect on what happens in your, like, you don't have any ability on where your taxes go to money-wise. Right. You don't have any, like, none of that applies to you.
You're not even paying taxes at that age. You're still a dependent. Yeah. Your parents are paying your taxes for you.
Exactly.
Bottom line is, I kind of think, I wouldn't be opposed. I'm not saying I think this should be law, but I wouldn't be opposed to, you shouldn't have the right to vote till you're actually out of your parents' house, living on your own. You know what I mean? I think that would be actually probably a good thing. Chris is sleepy, LOL.
Oh, no, I keep yawning, man. I'm telling you, I think it's those hot.
Hold on, let's go. See, it's Bernie. I-Thirsty says, Bernie,
still
people
early.
Shouldn't have to work more than 40 hours a week. Steve Harvey. Well, then stop giving our money to people who work 0 hours a week. Yeah, that's funny. That's true, though.
Okay, so I get.
Hold on. I'm not done.
Okay.
Hold on. Can I
get another beer?
I'm gonna give you a chance, though. So he goes on from voter suppression. He says he wants free and fair elections. I think the whole keyword in that would be free. You need to be free from jail to vote in the election. You want free and fair elections, you need to be free. You can't be incarcerated. And he's saying that the right to vote in America is inherent. It's an inherent right, which it is. But once you're incarcerated and you have all your rights stripped away, you no longer have your inherent rights. You know, it's your inherent right to travel. It's your inherent right to free speech. But let me tell you, you try to talk some bullshit in the yard, you might get your ass beat by a guard or a fucking fellow prisoner. There's no free speech there. Okay? So, you got that, Chris? Yes. Your right to vote is inherent. Yes, if you have rights. But when you're in prison, you don't have rights. And again, he's saying that these people in prison, these people have the inherent right to vote, right?
They do as citizens. I'll give you that.
Okay, but what about the people that, let's say, they murdered? Didn't they have the inherent right to not be murdered?
Yes.
Okay, so
your rights get taken away.
Your rights get taken away.
No,
you violated someone else's rights, your rights get taken away. So therefore, your inherent rights, whether it's to vote, whether it's to go to the grocery store, whatever their fucking right is, free speech, you don't have that in prison. That's my point. Okay?
Right.
Now, to get into what you were talking about is, in theory, a person goes to prison, pays his debt to society, comes out rehabilitated, right?
Yeah.
In theory, prisons are meant to rehabilitate people. Okay, they're supposed to come out a better person
in theory
than they went in, right?
Yeah, a lot of prisons are fucking
in theory,
terrible, though.
in
But
theory,
anyway, yeah,
I would be for that. A person goes to prison, they come out a better person than they went in. They want to be a productive member of society. I'm all for that. They should get the right to vote back. But the reality of it is that doesn't happen. People go into prison. You know what prison is? It's fucking criminal networking. It's a crime convention is what it is. They come out, they got new connects, they got fucking better pricing on shit.
Right.
They moved up in the fucking criminal ladder underworld, unfortunately.
If you want to do it, this is how you should do it.
Right. So, we've all seen the movie Blow. Okay, when he went to prison the first time, he came out a better drug dealer than he went in.
Right, he had a...
The problem is...
He had a
bachelor's...
A bachelor's in marijuana, and he came out
with
like
a PhD
in
cocaine.
Yeah, or something like that.
So, that's my point. In theory, yes, they should be able to come out if they've paid their debt to society and then be a productive member of society and vote. But, obviously, that's not the law. If you're a convicted felon, you've lost that right, even when you come out. And that is what it is.
Now, I don't know if I'm against people losing their rights to vote once they've served their time to the fullest, and if these people are considered
like I said,
rehabilitated,
in theory, yes, I'm for that. But in the reality, fuck that. You're a convicted felon. You've done fucking years in prison. You've lost that right to me. I mean, that's what the law states. But in theory, I would be for that. But in reality, I'm not for that. I'm kind of torn.
In reality, I'm not for felons being able to vote in prison. I don't think so.
No, if you haven't paid off your debt yet, don't even ask me to vote.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm not for those people because your view on voting is completely different because of the situation you're in.
Yeah, you're in jail.
The way you vote is always relevant to the situation you're in.
Right.
And the way it can affect you and your family and things like that. When you're in prison, your situation is fucked. So your point of view on who you're going to vote for
versus the greater good. Prison, you're looking out to survive. When you're actually voting in elections, you should be thinking about the greater good, not personal issues.
Now, let's say you have a felony, embezzlement charge or something like that. I get you're not a perfect stand-up citizen. But if you served your 10 years in prison...
Those are the smart criminals. Those are the worst ones to let vote.
Hey, but this is a capitalist society.
Those are the ones who are voting for their friends.
There are people who are not in jail who are fucked up.
Think about that. The people that are embezzling and committing those kind of white-collar crimes...
I'm not saying they're good
Those are the people that have friends in politics. Those are the worst ones to let vote.
The nonviolent... the violent crimes.
Chris is sleepy, baby.
I don't know why I'm not sleepy. I just
baby cakes. Chris is sleepy.
Oh, my sinuses. Anyway, I just think if you serve your time, you should be able to vote. Once you're out of prison,
in theory,
once you're back in society, once you're able to go out and get a job, if
let me ask you a crazy hypothetical.
Okay.
You have a daughter.
Yeah.
Let's say she's 13 years old. She gets raped and murdered. And this guy serves his time. Are you going to forgive that guy if he serves his time?
No, absolutely not.
No. When he gets out, you're going to go murder that guy, aren't you?
But if
Probably.
But if he has the ability to go and vote, maybe I'll be like, I really don't.
You don't even want that guy to live. You're going to let him vote?
I don't.
Fuck that.
I'm not.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah, but let me put it this way. I don't give a fuck the way he votes because that doesn't. The way he votes isn't.
I don't give a fuck.
The way he votes isn't gonna be the deciding factor.
It doesn't matter,
Chris.
You don't even want that guy to breathe a fucking breath of air.
Yeah, you're right.
That guy shouldn't have any rights. He killed your hypothetical daughter.
Well, he's probably gonna be in prison for the rest of his life.
Probably, but let's say he gets off on a technicality. Let's say he only serves 10 years.
He gets
fuck that. You're gonna hunt him down and probably murder him. I know you. You're a very calm guy.
It'll be an episode of Taken.
You're a very calm guy, but if someone was to harm, if someone was to kill your, let's say,
absolutely, no,
you would fucking hunt them down.
But him voting would be the least of my concerns.
Right, but why should that guy have the right to vote if you don't even want him to be alive?
Because it doesn't only.
He's lucky he's even out.
Because it doesn't apply only to him. It applies to a lot of people.
I understand.
It doesn't just apply to the one guy who had an effect on my life.
Look into the big picture. Yeah. You're a good voter, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. It doesn't.
I know. I understand what you're saying.
There are other good people who maybe were wrongfully accused or who have literally.
What if they had like maybe an exam they had to pass, like a psychological exam or something, to like you could be released from jail.
Too much. I think you're getting into too much detail.
Am I getting too deep?
A psychological exam, like.
I mean, I think you keep it simple. You're a felon. You lost your right to vote.
I think crazy.
That
people
is what
would
it
be
is
like,
right now.
The government's against me. They're watching me all the time. I'm not going to vote anyway because they're.
I mean, then you shouldn't vote. If you're that guy with the tinfoil helmet, you shouldn't vote. That guy shouldn't be allowed to vote. He's mentally unstable.
Did you watch the one season of American Horror Story where basically the guy?
I haven't watched any of them.
So there was one. I think it was 2 seasons ago.
I watch Happy Things, Chris. I watch Happy Things.
Yeah, I love American Horror Story. But
like
basically,
Trump tweet highlights.
But it was
That's
Trump,
what I watch.
It was
I'm
like
just
a
kidding.
Trump. It was like a Trump cult that basically this guy
God.
made, and it turned into like this bigger thing that was more than just Trump. He became like a crownsman. Anyway,
Well, speaking of which, let's segue into your thing with apparently Trump. But I'm okay. So wait, let's sum up this last one. I think we can both agree we don't think felons in prison should be able to vote.
No.
If, in theory, they paid their debt to society, in theory, I would be okay with that.
I believe in second chances.
I believe in second chances as well. So I would
that's
be
what I'm
okay
saying.
with that.
Yeah, I'm saying once they get out,
But the
once
reality
they paid their debt
is,
to society, if they were on good behavior and they actually served their time,
and I would think
got out,
it would have to consist of them actually passing
'Cause
probation
it's
and
part
all
of-
that too,
yeah,
and
yeah,
their parole,
yeah,
like
yeah.
getting a
You
job,
gotta get past all that.
becoming a productive member
exactly,
of society.
Exactly.
If you can
Then
do
I'm
that,
cool with that.
then you can earn back your right to vote. I'm okay with that too.
Okay.
But as far as you're in prison, fuck that. You've lost your rights.
No,
you're
I'm
in
not
debt.
for that. I'm not
Yeah.
for prisoners being able to vote.
Because again, like you stated, and you made a good point. Those guys aren't thinking how the rest of the world thinks or America thinks.
Right.
They're basically they want to make sure they survive prison.
They're thinking, yeah.
Where the rest of us are looking,
Yeah.
we should be looking. What's the better big picture when we vote?
Right.
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
thinking how this affects everybody. They're like when you're in prison, you're thinking about how this affects me personally, and that's all you're thinking about.
Right.
Like when you vote, like yeah, some of that comes into play where you're like, hey, I want good things for me and my family and people close to me, obviously. But you also think like, how is this person going to affect like the world picture or the
you gotta
the
look at the
nation as
big
a whole,
picture.
the
Right.
nation as a whole, right? Like, so if people in prison don't have that point of view. They just don't.
So we're
there's
in
no reason
agreement.
for them to.
We're in agreement.
I'm with you,
bro. High five it. All right. So let's move on to. I know you want to talk about Trump and Twitter. So I think that's a viable story.
Okay.
Let's get into that, and we'll wrap it up with that. Mo, would you be so kind as to grab me a beer, please? Thank you.
All right. So on what was this Tuesday? Okay. So President Trump on Tuesday met privately with Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey at a huddle in the White House between one of the site's most prolific users and an executive who's faced criticism for the way Twitter has handled the president's tweets. The meeting came as Trump continues to attack the tech industry, threatening to regulate Facebook, Google, and Twitter out of concern that they censor conservatives online, an allegation those companies fiercely deny. The president's latest salvo arrived just hours before he met with Dorsey. Trump accused Twitter of playing political games and tampering with his nearly 60 million followers. A significant portion of the meeting focused on Trump's concerns that Twitter quietly and deliberately has limited or removed some of his followers, according to a person with direct knowledge of the conversation, who requested an anonymity because it was a private conversation. Trump said he had heard from fellow conservatives who had lost followers for unclear reasons as well.
Can I get the 2 gingers?
But Twitter has long explained that the follower figures fluctuate as the company takes action to remove fraudulent spam accounts. In the meeting, Dorsey stressed that point, noting that even he had lost followers as a part of Twitter's work to enforce its policies, according to the source who described the meeting as cordial. When asked about the meeting, the White House did not respond to a request for a comment. In a statement, Twitter said the meeting, initiated by the president, focused on protecting the health of public conversation ahead of the 2020 U.S. elections and efforts underway to respond to the opioid crisis. Twitter partners with the federal government on a program to encourage Americans to dispose of prescription drugs they no longer need to prevent against abuse. In March, Trump accused Silicon Valley's largest companies of harboring a hatred for a certain group of people that might happen to be in power, that happen to have won the election. In doing so, Trump threatened the potential regulation, telling reporters at a press conference that the government may have to do something about it.
So wait, was this a good meeting, or were they like, what were they trying to give him a
So basically-
sponsorship? What were they doing?
So basically, Trump has been, him and a couple of other Republican supporters have been saying, hey, these social networks like Twitter and Facebook
they're censoring them.
and stuff have been censoring the things that they say or
Right.
censoring the people who support them and things like that because they're more democratically aligned or liberally aligned.
I think the first ones to speak out was that Diamond and Silk, the two black ladies that were like our Trump fans. They got
Yeah.
like booted from YouTube, if I remember correctly.
There have been a lot of people booted for
I mean, I think it's
for right-sided agendas, apparently.
which I mean, sorry, well, and I think that's one-sided because I haven't heard anybody on the left getting booted. What does it say in the article?
In response, Twitter regularly has stressed its political neutrality. Impartiality is our guiding principle, Dorsey told lawmakers who grilled him over allegations on site, and its social media peers exhibit a bias against conservatives. Over the past year, Dorsey has sought to huddle with high-profile right-leaning pundits
have it if you want
and
it.
political figures, hoping to assuage their concerns about censorship. Those gatherings have sparked unrest among some of Twitter's employees, many of whom reside in liberal-leaning San Francisco ahead of Dorsey's visit to the White House. Though the Twitter executive stressed to workers that his belief is that conversation, which we do on this show, not silence, bridges gaps towards solutions.
Sometimes people are going to say things you might not agree with or even cringe at. But you got to be at least strong-minded enough to get over it, explain why you don't like it,
Yeah.
and come to a compromise.
And have a conversation.
Yeah.
And see where this person's
Because
coming
I'll be honest with you, most people in the world aren't out to hurt nobody else. Sometimes they might hurt people unknowingly. Let them know. And then if they fucking say, fuck you, I don't care, then they're an asshole. But
So
for the
they're-
most part, I think people are willing to work out differences.
Absolutely. It's about having the conversation, which
Right.
we highly promote,
endorse.
Yeah, on this show.
See, we don't even use the same words, but we mean it.
So he actually sent out a memo to the company because he knew he was getting some backlash.
Right.
Obviously, a bunch of liberals are like, why are you meeting with Trump? You should just not talk with him at all, right? So he sent out
And what problem is that going to solve?
Yeah, so he
None.
sent out an email to the company saying, some of you will be very supportive of our meeting with the president, and some of you might feel we shouldn't take this meeting at all. In the end, I believe it's important to meet heads of state in order to listen, share our principles, and our ideas.
You know what? I gotta applaud the Twitter CEO.
Yeah.
That's open-mindedness. Open-mindedness solves problems. It's when you close yourself off and you reject any kind of other opposed opinion. That's when you literally break the bridges
That's
down.
not democracy
Yeah.
or anything.
We're trying to
Yeah.
just look. We all have different points of view. Let's meet in the middle. That's what we want to do. That's what rational. That's what rational people want to do.
Let's be heard.
It's compromise.
Right? Like give the
Yeah.
person their opportunity to be heard.
Right.
Don't just shut them down and make your own opinions and that's it.
Yeah.
Like at least be like, hey, this person, I have this opinion. This person has that opinion. Let's discuss. And if I disagree with you afterwards, then fucking I disagree with you afterwards.
Right.
But
We can agree
at
to
least we had
disagree.
at least we had the conversation, and I know where you stand, and this is where
And
I
you
stand.
know where I stand. Yeah, exactly.
And maybe you don't go full bore onto the other person's side, but at least you can understand a point of view from the other
Right.
person's point of view.
Right. Understanding points of view.
That's the main
That's what
thing.
life's about.
Yeah.
Because we all have different ones.
So I'm also on the side of the Twitter CEO, Jack Dorsey. I also applaud his ability to be like, hey, you guys have been thinking.
He was
like,
a big person.
He's thinking. You guys
he
are thinking.
stood up to his own company, giving him shit for it.
Yeah.
That's very good.
A San
Very good.
Francisco-based company that.
I give him the credit where the credit's due.
Yeah.
Good job, Jack.
So he's making it a point to be like, hey, I'm not only meeting with people who agree with me, I'm meeting with people who think that maybe I haven't been on their side.
Oh, Landmine wants the Landmine meme. By the way, Monica, you should come over here real quick. Just give her your headphones for a second. Come here. You gotta see. You gotta see this funny
these
thing.
Are hooked up, right?
I don't know. Did you hook them up?
They should be.
You gotta see this new. Here's the Landmine meme, or the Landmine.
Wait. Hold on. Yeah, these are.
Okay, you ready? Hold on. I'm gonna go to the big screen so we can get it real big. Here we go. This is for the Landmine. Yeah, I love it, dude. I'm figuring out the stream deck, dude. I'm figuring out how to do fun things with this. Thanks.
So here's the thing: is as a good CEO and the guy, and honestly, Twitter. Obviously, Twitter has been a big part of Trump's whole.
Dude, what
persona,
if he
right?
went in there and he was just like, "Yeah, Trump, you like Twitter, right? How much?" Trump's like, "I'll buy it, $1 billion. Here you go." What if Trump owns fucking Twitter tomorrow?
A billion's not enough.
You don't think so, Twitter? Whatever.
I think that's
Oh, you want another one? Here you go, Lanny. Here you go. For Grace, I'll do another one. I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of that. I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of that.
So yeah, hey, that's on that note, I think that's where we should finish.
That is perfectly to end, because obviously we know that they have different points of view, but they came together to talk about it, figure shit out,
right?
And that's what we do on this show. Actually, me and Chris agree on a lot of things. There's actually probably fewer things we disagree on than there are we agree on.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, if we don't have the conversation, then
we'll never know.
There's no debate. It's just what you say, I say, and I'm right, you're wrong. There's no in between,
and that doesn't solve fucking shit.
That doesn't solve anything.
Nope, it does not. But Chris, I think it's time you sign us out, and we'll close it with this shot. By the way, you got 2 gingers, and I got the rest of the Jameson.
That's fine.
So sign us out, Chris.
Everybody, spam your shots in the
spam your shot emotes
in the chat if you're a sub. We love you guys. Thank you for all your support. Thanks for watching tonight.
Yes.
Let's do the shot. Wait.
Cheers. Oh shit, you're spilling it everywhere. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again.
Stopping me. Hold on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. My name's Chris.
And I'm fucking Tony.
We're live every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Hawaiian time on twitch.tv/inappropriate bar talk. You can catch us here every Wednesday. Make sure you check out our Instagram at inappropriate bar talk and on Twitter at IBT podcast. Follow check out our website. We got our beer blogs up on there, inappropriatebartalk.com/beer blogs.
No, inappropriatebartalk.com/ I think beer reviews. But just go to the main page.
Just go to the main page.
Just click on it.
Make sure
you
check out our Discord as well. Check out our Streamlabs to get some of our merch. And check our replays out. If you guys can't catch us live, you can always catch us on YouTube 24 hours after the podcast on YouTube at youtube.com/inappropriatebartalk.
Yep.
There. Make sure you sub. Make sure you like. Make sure you follow. Lots of love. Thank you guys for the chat. It's always about the conversation. Make sure you guys always participate. We love you all
don't forget to hit that
much.
follow, bro.
We love you guys very much. We appreciate you being here, and we will see you all next week. Mahalo.
Peace. Aloha.